quarterbacks dealing with injuries across the NFL have already been ruled out for this week, but today the Jets announced that their signal caller, Justin Fields, will not play due to a concussion. Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels is doubtful due to a knee sprain. Dallas Cowboys added a veteran offensive lineman to their practice squad today, signing Wesley French. He is a center. He's there to provide depth with the injury to starting center Cooper Beebe.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And you know what day it is. Mike.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Yeah. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hope you're having a great time. I am, that's for sure.
Are you?
Absolutely
You
having
sure?
a good time. It's Hump Day, man.
Yeah.
One of the best days of the week. It is Hump Day. And, again, hope you're having a great one. Thanks for spending some time with us here on The Blitz. On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. And we got a lot to get into today, man.
We certainly do, and I'm always impressed with the number of people right as we start that are already in on the YouTube page. Get there to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. So much to get into. Lots of college football talk today because you had Sark and Arch both talking. Mike Elko this morning on the Morning Huddle. Bob Ballou is going to join us to try to explain what is going on with Arch Manning. There's questions.
There's questions, not just with Arch. There are some others on that offense especially. So we'll talk about that. And they got one game to get their poop together.
Kind of, and they get Sam Houston State this week. And, you know, it's interesting because my daughter, who went to Sam Houston State and then to Arizona State for a master's, lives in Phoenix, and she's now a therapist. She loves going to games, but she does not give a damn about sports. So when my kid sends me something about sports, I'm curious, what dude is she talking to is the first thing that comes to mind. But she sent me a meme yesterday. It's a therapist meme. And I've seen this before with Jerry Jones, so it's not new, but there's a new one apparently circulating. Therapist, what's bothering you? And patient. Generally, in years past when I've seen this, it was a picture of Jerry Jones. This week, it's a picture of Arch Manning. Is that where Longhorn fans are at right now, that people are trying to figure out what is going on with Arch Manning?
Well, you know, there's a couple of trains of thought there, schools of thought, if you will. But number one, I guess he is still a young guy, although he's got a lot to learn, I guess you could say, but I don't think anybody thought he would play as badly as he has played up to this point in time. I think it's pretty safe to say he's not going pro after this year. I think I can win that bet pretty easily, I think.
I don't know. I mean, look, is it going to be the number one overall pick? Not with what we've seen in a couple weeks, but how does he finish the year? I'm curious. If you are one of those quarterback guru types, if you're an area scout that happens to be tuned in right now, I know some of you guys listen, and that's exactly what you do. I'm just curious what scouts are saying about Arch Manning after a couple weeks versus what they thought they were going to see. Because keep in mind, accuracy was not an issue for him anywhere up to this point, but his level of play, you go from there. But right now, I wouldn't say he's definitely coming back, but are people going to, tank for Arch, suck for Manning, whatever the term was?
Not anymore.
I mean, Arch Madness has a whole different connotation after a couple weeks than it did before the start of the year.
Look, the expectations for this guy were way too high anyway. I mean, he already been named the Heisman Trophy winner. Texas was going to win the national championship, all before we saw one snap. So let's just get that out. The expectations were way too high only because his name is Manning. That's the only reason. The guy's going through some adversity, which I think is going to be good for him in the long run. But he's one of those guys, and you just look at some of the other quarterbacks that have stayed in school a little bit longer. They play better. They tend to play better when they get to the NFL. And I think if I'm Arch Manning, if I'm Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Mr. Manning, Grandpa Manning, whoever, I'm suggesting Arch has got he needs to stay in college for a little while.
Again, maybe Archie knew all along. Like, we know he's got 2 years there. And then you look at the development of guys. So much has been made over the last, couple of days because of what he did to the Houston Texans on Monday night, but the success that Baker Mayfield has had in Tampa Bay. Keep in mind, Cleveland gave up on him to go get Deshaun Watson. At the time, they thought they were getting a different version of Deshaun Watson. But Baker Mayfield has not flourished until he got to Tampa Bay, living up to the expectations coming out of college. Daniel Jones, 2 games into the season. We just heard Mike Tannenbaum on ESPN, and both you and I looked and said, who the hell is he talking about? Mike Tannenbaum said, with a straight face, he didn't laugh. I'm having a hard time repeating this without laughing, but Tannenbaum 30 minutes ago was on TV saying, if I'm the Colts, I get Daniel Jones an extension right now. He'll never be cheaper.
Please.
Perfect system, perfect coach. What he's done, to a point, you're right. He probably won't be cheaper than he is right now. If he stays on this projection, I mean, you look at Sam Darnold. In a certain situation, he looked really good. Other situations, maybe not so much.
I would wait a little bit on Daniel Jones and pump the brakes just a little bit. Please, 2 games. The guy sucked in New York. Now, a different system, maybe that's what it needs. That certainly worked for Baker Mayfield. Or you could say this. Again, you bring these young quarterbacks in, and they struggle because they come to teams that suck, and the systems aren't that good. Baker Mayfield's a perfect example. I mean, he goes to Cleveland and doesn't play very well there. But I think a year that he spent with the L.A. Rams in a good system with Sean McVay has really catapulted him now that he's gotten to Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. And I think it helps. Bo Nix with Denver, he's still got a ways to go. He played 5 years of college football.
Yep.
I mean, I just think these guys have to play. You expect to bring in a Trey Lance and Anthony Richardson, guys that have played, 10 games in college, and expect them to be good pros? The expectations are just way too high. They are, and I think you're seeing great examples of that all over the NFL right now.
So do we then apply that to Arch Manning, who has been in college for a couple years, but he's just now getting to start to play? It is now his team. It takes time.
Maybe. And I have to apologize to Sark. Maybe he knew what the hell he was doing by not starting him over Quinn Ewers.
Well, again, I mean, you think about where guys are rated coming out of high school. Quinn Ewers, wasn't he the top quarterback coming out? And then he skipped his whole senior year to go to Ohio State. Arch Manning, highest rated quarterback coming out, ends up in Austin. I'm trying to think. I know Vince Young was one of those way back in the day, but the rating systems have completely changed. But here
Garrett
lately,
Gilbert.
Huh?
Garrett Gilbert.
Garrett Gilbert's a prime example. That guy was a hell of a high school quarterback.
Yep.
And that's where it ended.
Yeah. But high expectations when he got to Texas.
I remember Max Brown years ago in the All-American Bowl. I mean, this guy coming in, all of the accolades. He was up there, Cade Klubnik, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, so you think about some of these guys that have played in that All-American Bowl, big-name quarterbacks. How many? Probably less than 50% pan out to what they were expected to high school to college and then college to the NFL. I mean, because Trevor Lawrence is a prime example of great in high school, great in college, NFL. He's been paid, but what has he done at the NFL level?
He hasn't done anything. There's a long list of those guys that haven't done anything. There were great college quarterbacks, but you get to the pros, it's just a different ball game. And I think Arch Manning, and we're going to hear from him in a little bit, he says it's mental. And I think a lot of that is correct because it's just a different mindset, especially when you're playing big-time college football. The speed is different. I mean, guy comes from a 3A high school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a 3A high school. No disrespect to 3A high schools, but it certainly isn't the SEC or the Texas Longhorns and even UTEP for that matter, as we saw. It's in his head. It's between the ears, and he's got to figure that out.
To me, everybody hates the label system quarterback, but isn't everybody a system quarterback?
Of course they are.
Right? I mean, none of you, nobody outside of Lee Steinberg thought that Patrick Mahomes was going to be a great NFL quarterback, right?
And nobody thought Tom Brady was going to be a good quarterback in the NFL.
Nope. but when you look at Mahomes, high school, he was perfect for a Cliff Kingsbury system in college, but going to the NFL, now Andy Reid saw it, obviously, but in reality, even Andy Reid and even Lee Steinberg, nobody thought that Patrick Mahomes, who's turning 30 today, by the way. 30.
He's over the hill.
Well, he's hitting his prime.
Over the hill.
I mean, it's crazy. Quarterbacks hit their prime in their 30s.
Well, he's already got 3 Super Bowls. I think he's done pretty well.
I mean, that's
without hitting his prime.
That's the scary part. He is hitting his prime.
30 years old. Huh?
30.
Can't believe he's 30 years old. That's crazy. That's all right, though. It's all right. I'm just thinking, look, Arch, I'm not giving up on the guy just yet. I think he's too talented. I know he's been talking to his dad, to his uncles, to his grandfather about all of this stuff, and I'm sure they're talking to him. It's just a matter of when is it going to click for the young man. Hopefully this Saturday would be a good time. If not this Saturday, then the following Saturday when they have to travel to Florida.
This Saturday is against Sam Houston.
Well, last Saturday was against UTEP. So,
and again, can you find what's below you? I mean, Sam Houston, and I love the Bearcats. That's a program that's struggling right now. New coach, Phil Longo, great dude, great offensive mind. In fact, I mean, for those of you that don't know about Phil Longo, he was at Sam with Casey Keeler when Casey was the head coach there. He left there to be the offensive coordinator for a number of years with Mac Brown at North Carolina. Look at that quarterback in New England. That's a Phil Longo guy, right? So, but that program right now at Sam, as they move to Conference USA, they're struggling big time. This game should be like 65-0 at halftime. It really should be. I mean, the walk-ons at UT are better than what they have at Sam Houston. This game better be ugly in a hurry, or you're going to hear bigger, louder boos from the fans sitting at DKR.
And they will deserve it. If the fans boo and it's a struggle, then, yeah, they deserve it. Look, UTEP's not much better. I would give Sam Houston a chance against UTEP. UTEP's terrible. And Texas struggled mightily against the Miners.
I'm going to guess that you haven't watched 4 seconds of Sam football this year.
I have not, no.
Trust me, this is not a good year for Sam.
Worse than UTEP, huh?
Oh,
all right, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see.
It's bad. I was watching some of that game they've had against Hawaii. Felt bad for Phil Longo.
Were they in Hawaii?
They were.
Well,
and they had a great time in Hawaii. They had a great time in Hawaii.
By the way, Adam Schefter's reporting, and a different subject, but Chargers Khalil Mack going on the injured reserve list with that elbow injury.
Yeah, but it avoids surgery.
A little bit worse, though, than they thought originally.
Yeah.
I think they thought he was just going to miss a couple of ball games, but that's bad news for the Chargers, who have had some bad news this year, but they're still 2-0 and looking pretty good. We're going to talk some more about Sark, Arch, and also Mike Elko, who was on with Rob and AJ this morning on the Morning Huddle, talking about his Aggies. Obviously a very happy man with the Aggies coming back from the Golden Domers place in Indiana with a W. So we're going to talk about that. We'll hear from all of those folks too, as well when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Football is back. Underdog is the best place to go make your picks and win money all season long. Of course, you can play right here in Texas. Love playing the pick'em game at Underdog. All you have to do is go higher or lower on stats. Touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards, that sort of thing. Get all your picks right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. I always look for some of the promos that they offer there at Underdog because that's easy money. So download the Underdog app. Use my promo code STAR when you get signed up. That will score you $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Promo code STAR. Millions of fans have already won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
The Fall Golf Classic is sold out, but the party's just getting started. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star invites everyone. Yes, even if you aren't. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Karbach Brewing was not born in San Antonio, Texas, but they have certainly gone out of their way to make San Antonio their second home. We had the head brewer come in, and he said when they first started to reach outside of Houston, San Antonio was the place they wanted to be, and does it show. Karbach beer is all over our great city, from their in-your-face flagship IPA, Hopadillo, to the Ziegenbach, to their best seller, the Love Street, their Kolsch-style blonde. There is something for everyone in Karbach's lineup, and it is all over the place. Of course, you're going to find it at the grocery stores. Of course, you're going to find it at the liquor stores, but it's also at a bunch of bars and restaurants around town. They wanted to make this their second home, and that's what it's become. So when you're out, you're watching the games at your local sports bar, your local restaurant, your local hangout, you're thinking, I want to elevate my beer game a little bit. Well, friend, wherever you're at, they probably have some Karbach either on tap or in cans. So when you're out and about doing your thing, go ahead and make sure to ask your bartender to please make it a Karbach.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something?
Boat wins!
Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing?
Boat wins!
Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing?
Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details. Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we get football again. Will Miami save their coach's job?
And the AL West coming down to the wire. How'd the Astros, Mariners, and Rangers all fare? All that and more. Don't be late. We'll get started at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, the Astros, after that bad injury, looking to sweep the Rangers.
You know, they held on and got last night's win. I mean, I held on.
That's all that matters.
I mean, they got the win. They're just bad, and they're beat up. Rangers might be done. Even if the Astros make the postseason, do they have enough on their roster, the way they've been playing right now, to make any noise in the postseason?
You never know.
The answer is no.
That's why you play the game.
The answer is no.
And
you look at Seattle, the big dumper. I mean, that team is playing the best baseball right now. I hate it. I hate it.
Baseball playoffs right around the corner, man.
It's football season.
It is. It's football season. And we're talking a little college football here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And you can chime in. We'd really, I'd like to know what you think of Arch Manning and his struggles, the Texas Longhorns' struggles against a couple of cupcakes. They got one more coming up. What do you think? You can go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Like and subscribe once you get there, but you can comment there. You can also get Jason at Jason Minix on Twitter. I'm at Joe Reinagel, or you can do it the old-fashioned way. You can give us a call here and talk to Pledge. Say hello to Pledge, and then he'll put you on, and we'll get you on the radio show. 656-3776, 656-ESPN.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, because sometimes, Pledge will do a whole show in there with the caller and then hang up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
I mean, as long as the customer is satisfied, I suppose.
That's all that matters.
One of the things that I do credit Arch, he's not dodging questions, and he's not hiding while he's struggling. And quite frankly, seems to be very honest about the struggle, saying, dude, there's nothing physical. It's all upstairs.
Probably mental, to be honest. Like, I think I just need to go out there and play my game. I know the type of athlete and type of player I am. Just go cut it loose and have some fun, play ball.
I think what he says there is true, and I think sometimes you think too much. You're trying to be perfect. You're trying to make the perfect throw, perfect play, and I think sometimes you're just better off going out there and slinging it, and whatever happens, happens. 9 times out of 10, it turns out a lot better than if you're trying to press it.
And Sark, I believe there's some honesty in coaching. He's faced a lot of adversity. He's going to learn from this.
And I think some of this is really good. Here's a guy who's had an awesome life. He's the way he's grown up, where he played, the school he went to, the people he's been surrounded by. But I think you learn a lot about yourself through adversity and overcoming adversity and getting on the other side of adversity. And so to have some of this adversity that he has right now, and when he gets on the other side of it, I think all of this is going to serve not only well for him, but well for us as a team.
I think Sark makes a good point there. Everybody goes through adversity. How do you come out of it on the other end? But again, I just go back. You just go play football. Stop thinking so much.
Well, and I think Sark is right. While it did sound a lot of coach speak, I think he is right. Arch has had an incredible life. Arch has never struggled with anything. I mean, the kid could probably tie his shoes before he could wear them. I mean, this kid has no issues whatsoever. He's never been hungry. He's never been without every channel or device that he needed, and he's always been really good at everything that he's done. Face a little adversity, learn from it. He's not hiding from it. So maybe, while it did sound very coach speakish, maybe he is spot on, and Sam Houston might be the right medicine to get back on track and get some confidence. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Frank, you're on the Blitz. Yep. What's up, man?
Yo, Frank.
That was a great call,
That
Frank.
was a hell of a call, Frank. You a caller of the day.
You're hesitating like C.J. Stroud, and that costs you.
I heard somebody today, and I didn't even think about it this way, but maybe it's right, comparing Arch Manning to Bronny James. I mean, kind of the same situation.
Bronny has earned that.
It's there. Yes, I mean, maybe getting into college is supposed to get, but I don't know. I think the difference is between the two. Their upbringings, sure, but nobody thought that Bronny had talent.
Are you kidding me?
To be at this level outside of the Lakers.
Outside of the Lakers and every TV outlet there is, including ESPN and everybody else, who thinks Bronny James is the second coming of his father.
No, it's not because of talent. It's because of the last name. Mm-hmm. Every school out there was recruiting Arch Manning, not just Texas, not just Tennessee, not just Ole Miss. I mean, everybody out there, LSU, Ohio State, every big program had him because of what he was doing, not only in the camps, but while in high school. And like we've talked about, sometimes you just got to play, and sometimes it's between the ears. I'm guilty. I did not think Marcel Reed was that great of a quarterback, and I was surprised that Texas A&M didn't go buy one in the offseason, go find one in the portal. They believed in their guy. Mike Elko on the Morning Huddle this morning, as he is every Wednesday here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, talked about his quarterback after he went in and beat Notre Dame in front of Touchdown Jesus on Saturday.
I'll tell you what I told the team yesterday. I said this to the team. I said, for 11 months, the rhetoric on Marcel Reed was he couldn't throw the ball. He goes out and he has his absolute worst completion percentage in his career as a starter, and now he's a Heisman candidate. So you figure out where he really is in this whole picture. No, we've had a lot of confidence in Marcel all the way through it. We believe in who he is. Obviously, he had the most yards he's had, and that's what's creating the hype. But there's still a lot more in him in terms of efficiency and operation. And I think you'll see him continue to improve and get better as the year goes on. And where that ultimately takes him, we'll see.
I think he makes a good point there. I'm not sold yet on Marcel Reed, and I know that pisses a lot of Aggies off, but that's okay. Elko's right. He had a terrible completion percentage, but he threw for a lot of yards, completed some long passes, and he got the win. So credit him for that.
And that's it. And you could see, and Elko talked about, the offense is getting better.
Yeah, it's great to see. We spent a lot of time this offseason talking about our need to improve our pass game, and there's a lot of factors that go into that, but certainly playmakers on the outside was a big part of it. And so, we had really two good games on offense. We had attacked the perimeter really well, but this was an opportunity to do it against a top 10 team with a really talented secondary, and the fact that we were able to go out there and make the explosive plays that we did, I think was really just kind of a rallying cry to what we're trying to get done on offense.
Look, they were good. They go to Notre Dame, tough place to win, and they get the job done. They've got a week off, and then they start SEC play, and that's where it really matters. So how good can the Aggies be? Well, I don't know. I think their offense is going to have to overcome a very porous defense.
Well, and again, I mean, you think about, you go get a win at Notre Dame. Cool. And as Shireen Williams told us yesterday when she was on here, a distinguished A&M alum.
Yes.
High honor for her. She was there. She's like, it doesn't mean anything if you lose to Auburn. And Mike Elko talked about the challenges that Hugh Freeze and Auburn are going to present Texas A&M.
Yeah, they're a challenge. They're really talented at wide receiver. I think that's where it all starts, and I think that's obviously what he wants to do. They've got playmakers on the outside, and so they put you in a bind because, they want to run the football. As wide as they spread out and as much as it's about that, I think at his heart he wants to run the football, but if you commit numbers to the run, he's got these really talented kids on the outside that go make plays, and so they're a challenge. They play with tempo, they play with pace, they got a really talented quarterback, and again, we'll have our hands full next week for sure.
Well, it's the SEC.
Yep.
Right. With a few exceptions, every game is going to be tough, no matter whether you're playing at home or on the road or whatever the case may be. It's going to be a difficult challenge. So, luckily for Elko and company, they've got a week off to get ready for that.
Well, that's it. Again, Mike Elko every Wednesday on the Morning Huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know who else is on every Wednesday? A guy that
not Mike Elko.
Well,
with us,
not with us, but a guy that covers the Dallas Cowboys, blogging the boys.
Yep.
R.J. Ochoa, and I wonder if he's happy today or mad today. Sometimes I don't know if the Cowboys ever do anything right for R.J., and sometimes they're the greatest team in the world.
He might be mad that I don't know. Clowney's wearing number 42.
Could be. Could very well be. Well, we'll ask him because he's on with us next as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to ask you a question. Have you been kicking around the idea of maybe replacing your doors or windows on your house? 1, 2, maybe all of them, and you're looking for somebody that's going to do quality work for the best price. Well, I've got the company for you. They're called Windows and Door Renovations. I want you to give them a call and compare. The number is 210-284-7888. You owe it to yourself to put them on your list and make sure you get a bid from Windows and Door Renovations before you sign with anybody else. Whether you're a homeowner or a contractor, for that matter, they help out contractors all the time. They offer a wide variety of designs, styles, materials, and you can save more with the new window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature. That makes your AC work less and your electricity bill goes down. Look, they sell quality products. For example, Anderson Windows. And all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Give them a call, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. If you want more information, you can look for them on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Or you can just give them a call and say hello and ask them to give you a price. 210-284-7888.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys are in Chicago taking on the Bears at Soldier Field. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
And attention, Dallas Cowboy fans, Twin Peaks is giving away epic Cowboys jerseys all season long just for catching a game at one of the 4 San Antonio area locations. Get to Twin Peaks for every Cowboys game for your chance to win. Ask your Twin Peaks girl for more details.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys are in Chicago taking on the Bears at Soldier Field. Pregame at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
Dallas Cowboys.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys are going to take on the Chicago Bears in the Windy City this Sunday. They're coming off a thrilling win over the New York Football Giants last Sunday. 1-1 on the season, so the Cowboys getting started probably about where most people thought that they would. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
And let's talk about the start for the Dallas Cowboys, now 1-1. Our good friend RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com joining us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. I'm sure you're happy with the win, but plenty to bitch about, my friend.
You know, I don't have much to complain about if I'm being totally honest with you guys. In fact, I have felt a little bit rosier than based on my perceptions and based on the comments of the things I've written and said. I'm kind of in the homer camp this week following a thrilling win that one of us took a PJ to. I won't say which one, but I saw all the photos on Instagram.
You know, the private jet experience is incredible.
He did say PJ, right?
Yeah, PJ.
Oh, I'm making sure. Okay,
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Well, hey, based on the way you ended our conversation last week, Joe, I had to be very careful. So.
Very, very true. By the way, we just got the invite for the Green Bay game on said same private jet. Reinagle will go on that. Yeah,
I'll be there for that.
It doesn't suck, I can promise you.
Wow, well, you'll miss the end of the Ryder Cup, Joe, but I think that's a sacrifice.
I think I'll be okay, RJ. I'll be all right.
They
with
have
that.
internet and alcohol on the plane.
Do.
We'll be fine. Tailgate in the sky. when you think about that game, it was an ugly game, wild game. If you like scoring, it was great. The fourth quarter felt like an arena game, but between the penalties and the secondary, a lot to be angry about if you're a Cowboy fan. A lot of things that a win will cover up for a little while, but the whole lipstick on a pig cliche comes into play big time.
Yeah, I mean, if any team is upset about the penalty situation, I would doubt it would be the Cowboys, based on the way the Giants played. The secondary issue is very real and very fair. My response to this, and not that this is made anything better, but this is in no way their intended group. I mean, we knew that the pendulum swing would be dramatic in the secondary specifically. Trayvon Diggs is not 100%. We obviously didn't forecast that Deron Bland would miss time so soon. Savon Ravel is still not out there. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense for them to get work. Now, it doesn't make sense for them to get work to the degree that they did to make Russell Wilson look like his peak and vintage self. But I'm we're still so early in the season that I'm really anxious to see, if the Cowboys secondary makes Caleb Williams look good, then we can really kind of sound the alarm. If Russell Wilson looks like a pumpkin again against the Chiefs on Sunday night, then we can really, you get what I'm saying? We can start to kind of put the puzzle together. But we are still mining and gathering data. I do think it's lipstick on a pig in some senses. The phrase I like, I steal from my coworker Brandon Gouton. We all are familiar with a moral win. This is a moral loss. The opposite of a moral win, because in a moral win you actually lose, but you feel like you won. This you actually get the win. So I mean, it is awesome, but you can take away the lessons as if you had lost the game and still find yourself with a bit of humble pie.
Well, RJ, I found it interesting. Jerry Jones' comments yesterday on 105.3 The Fan. He was talking about Siobhan Ravel, and it sounds like to me that the guy is close, and that because I think Jerry's words were, "Help is coming, and it's coming from within." It sounds, and I hope so, because I want to see this kid play, but it sounds like he's close to getting back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been about a year since the injury, and so, that would make sense. And Jerry intimated that his return would line up with his return from the NFI list, which would suggest that he'll be back after you guys fly home from the Green Bay game on Sunday Night Football. But even then, right, like even if he is available at the earliest possible time, and I don't mean to talk out of both sides of my mouth here, your entire hope at this point rests on a third-round rookie who missed most of last year. I mean, it is a very difficult ask. And so I understand having confidence. I understand having belief in the dudes on the roster, with regard to the players within, to use Jerry's parlance. But you also, I mean, we know that they're not, bothered by seeking outside help. Jadeveon Clowney is proof of that. So maybe it takes letting Caleb Williams look functional to really make you, pick up the phone and call somebody else. But yeah, Stephon Gilmore is the name that makes the most sense, and for a lot of reasons.
And it seems to be the name that every time it's brought up, everybody with the last name Jones that speaks for the Cowboys just poo-poos it immediately, which is mind-boggling to me as we visit with R.J. Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com. You mentioned a couple of times Caleb Williams and how good he might look against the Dallas defense. Russell Wilson seems to have a game like that randomly every year, and then he turns into what he has been recently. I don't know. Cowboys defense has done well stopping the run over the first two games. It's one thing to stop a Cam Scatterboo, who you know well because you follow Arizona State as closely, forks up. But they also held Saquon Barkley in check. Maybe that run defense has improved enough. Pass defense is there. But I look at the first 2 weeks, the offensive player of the week in the NFC has gone to the quarterback that played against Chicago. Dak Prescott is up next, and he's been playing great football.
Yeah, I think that's really well said. And to your Russell point quickly, I always like to, after every Cowboys game, just see what I observe and go look for trends or historical notes or things that, haven't happened in a long time. And I was looking through Russell Wilson's career. His last 400-yard game was last year, right? So, to that point, it did feel like it had been forever, but it really kind of hadn't been. Now, yeah, your secondary should be good, and in a perfect world, your entire defense would be great. But again, to your point, as long as Dak Prescott is playing the way he is, anything is possible. And I would offer that by extension, as long as George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb literally exist, you can do anything. As long as you can score from midfield because of Brandon Aubrey, you can do anything. And did they catch a break in this game? Absolutely, with the Russell Wilson arm hunt, obviously, to Donovan Wilson. And that's not going to happen, right? That's why it is a moral loss. You have to realize that you cannot fly this close to the sun and win on a consistent basis in the NFL. But if you have the main thing, and I would challenge someone to find a quarterback outside of, I don't know, Josh Allen and maybe definitely Lamar Jackson. Those two, who's playing better than Dak Prescott through 2 weeks of the season, you simply can't. Dak is playing with a level of control that we saw over the second half of 2023 where he almost won MVP.
Well, I tell you, I'm not worried about the offense. Dak has been playing well. You mentioned the two wide receivers. Jake Ferguson had a good game against the Giants. And then you've got Javonte Williams running the football very well. The offense doesn't concern me at all. They're going to put up some points. The concern is, even against a team like the Chicago Bears, is how many are you going to allow? Because eventually you have to figure Ben Johnson is too good not to have that offense clicking at some point in time.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know that necessarily happens this week until maybe Ben Johnson in Chicago or somebody else's problem. But to your point, I mean, you guys are going to have a great time on the ride to Arlington next week. But then when Jordan Love and the Packers trot out, I mean, you know, it could take a turn, right? Like, you are going to play some elite offenses. You play Kansas City on Thanksgiving. We assume by then they'll have figured things out. Like, you're not going to play teams as moribund as the Bears on a weekly basis. And so that's where you have to hope that maybe Trayvon does get fully healthy. Deron Bland gets back and stays healthy. Savon Ravel shows up and joins the crew. You fully adjust. That's like the other thing is, a month ago, like literally a month ago, Micah Parsons was on the team. And I know that we're talking about, you know, the secondary and whatnot, but they are still quite literally building the plane as they are flying and adjusting to this massive change. And so that comes with some warts. That comes with some bumps in the road. And they're fortunate that they were able to overcome one of those or a sequence of those on Sunday against the Giants. But you're right. At a certain point, you've got to nip that in the bud, or you're going to be putting way too much on Dak Prescott's shoulders, as you know they're kind of known to do.
RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com here on the Blitz. RJ, I know you get deep into the weeds on different things there at Blogging the Boys, and whether it's you or somebody else on the staff there. I'm curious, when you look at the effectiveness of Javonte Williams and him running and Dak's passing, and it's got to be more than just the addition of George Pickens. Clayton Adams is an offensive line guru, now the offensive coordinator. Offensive line looks phenomenal. Now, Cooper Beebe is going to be out a while. Brock Hoffman is in at starting center. But in all the different analytical stuff that you guys do there at BTB, how much are you crediting improved play along that offensive line for what we're seeing from the Cowboys' offensive output?
So there's an old adage that you have to run the ball to set up the pass. You got to establish the run for things like play action to work. And I in no way mean to discredit or not give credit to Clayton Adams or the offensive line or Javonte Williams himself. But I do think if you are looking for the catalyst, it is George Pickens, because in today's modern NFL, the passing game is what sets up the run. And so the existence, the presence, the threat of George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb has really kind of opened things up for someone like Javonte Williams to capitalize on those opportunities. You still have to do that. The offensive line still has to withstand a ferocious front seven like they did on Sunday against the Giants. They lost a couple of times. But, I mean, everything does ultimately work in harmony, but I think that's the direction that things are ultimately kind of operating from, is that George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are clearing everything out. And think about, like, CeeDee Lamb has had two okay games, and Jake Ferguson, I know, Joe, I agree with you, he had a solid game, but he still had some drops. Like, they're both having some drop issues and not the dependable versions of themselves we've seen over the past. And this offense is still one that we all collectively trust. The quarterback is still playing out of his mind, and that's because of what George Pickens has done and sort of the catalytic nature for. Now, again, I don't want to take away from what Javonte is accomplishing individually. I do also think that we are maybe not used to this. He has 151 rushing yards for the first two games, which is not a lot. Like, I mean, it's substantial, but like nobody call grandma or anything. Like, it's not the biggest deal in the world. But that being said, the last time a Cowboys running back had at least 150 rushing yards through just the first 2 games of the season was 2020. I think as we get further and further and further from this time, we are really going to, see just how much the Cowboys coped into believing that Zeke Elliott was this prominent player from just about the moment after they gave him that extension to when they're finally willing to move on, which was just this past offseason. And so Javonte is kind of a serviceable player who is good enough to capitalize on the moments that are created for him. And I think we're seeing all the dominoes fall in line after that.
Well, I tell you, I see it a different way when you're talking about Williams. I think the Cowboys finally have a running back that they can depend on and hand the football to. And not only that, then you got a Miles Sanders to back him up as a change of pace. And maybe someday we'll see Jaden Blue. I think the Cowboys' running game is better than you're giving them credit for, RJ. I really do. And I think that helps Dak Prescott. And it helps the entire offense. I just think Williams is going to get better. If he stays healthy, he's going to get better as the season rolls on.
I in no way meant to imply otherwise. My only sort of specific point is that I think the first domino falling has to do with the passing game. You're right. The running game is really solid and is performing really well. And at the end of the day, there's still execution that has to happen. Even if you are Josh Allen and your passing game is super potent. But I think that's where defensive coordinators start, right? Like that's the first conversation. How do we stop this Cowboys offense? It begins with the passing game. And because you're devoting so much attention, so many resources, so many players, so many bodies, so much physical space on the field, that's what opens things up. Now, again, you're right. Javonte Williams, we're not talking about he's just had like 100 3-yard runs. He's ripping off big runs. Like he's ripping off sizable runs. He's hurdling dudes. He's running through contact. He has the 5th highest rush EPA of all running backs in the NFL at this moment in time. And he has significantly more carries than anybody else, which is indicative of the fact that every time he touches the football, which is often very good things are happening and of his own accord. But I do think it is all something that is harmonious because the passing game exists in a very different way because of George Pickens' presence.
And I think everybody here is right for a variety of reasons because defenses are going to have to start respecting the threat of the run game, which maybe they didn't under Rico, which could certainly help the pass game. And again, with Pickens, hasn't quite yet had the impact as far as catches, but he's drawn a couple of DPIs. He's drawn some coverage, CD. Like you said, I mean, he's playing well, but the drops, pedestrian by his standard. But I come back to the throws that Dak Prescott is making, the decisions Dak is making. He's being very aggressive. There was a time after the year where he threw all the interceptions, it seemed like he was hesitating and not willing to throw it into a tight window. Those days are over. I mean, that guy's willing to throw it through a porthole right now because he's got confidence in his arm and the receiver to make the catch.
I think that and I'm not the first or 5,000th person to say this, but we're seeing Dak have a mental understanding of the game that Tony Romo reached in 2014. Now, the great tragedy is by that point, Romo's body had begun to betray him, and he simply couldn't withstand what playing quarterback in the NFL requires. I think beyond that, not that Romo didn't play quarterback for the Cowboys in a polarizing era or a social media era. I also think that Dak has been really liberated by just the toxicity surrounding the Cowboys because, to your point, Jason, he's like, well, I'm going to thread this needle and like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, I'm going to get picked up and they're going to say I suck. Like, I'm going to lead every national talk show tomorrow and everyone's going to say I'm trash. Like, what's the worst that could possibly happen to me at this point in time? Like, he has seen and stared down everything at this point. So I guess, like, to me, he plays like someone who doesn't have time for it anymore. He doesn't have time for the BS. It's a matter of like, hey, this is what I feel like doing. This is what's in the best interest of the team. I completely agree there's a disposition of like badass attitude. My favorite throw that he made on Sunday to this collective point was the Jake Ferguson conversion near the end of regulation to put them in the massive territory for Brandon Aubrey. That throw was a piss missile, and it was fired off before Jake Ferguson had even turned around. I mean, like, think about that. It is truly like, they're down by 3. There are very few seconds left. You're trying to pull off a 60-yard field goal in general, and Dak's throwing this thing with all the conviction in the world. You can only do something like that if you have this incredible sense of inner peace. If I have to make a sports comparison, it feels very similar to Scotty Scheffler. I know that that's obviously said a lot, that his inner peace obviously comes from his faith and his security and his family and whatnot. But Dak is playing like, I don't know what the specific attribution is, but he's playing with that same level of peace and confidence in himself.
Well, I agree with that. Confidence in himself, but I think he's confident in his receivers as well. You just mentioned he throws that football where Jake Ferguson is supposed to be, and Jake Ferguson was there. And I think he knows that Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Ferguson, name a guy, is going to be there, and he's throwing the ball where it needs to be instead of, I don't know, maybe waiting for guys to break free. He's throwing it to the spot, and his receivers are not letting him down up to this point anyway.
Yeah, and that's where I feel like, again, he's probably – Dak's played football and quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys a number of ways to this point, right? Like he's done the – the team player guy. He's done the trust the playbook, trust the scheme. And I think he's finally married all of those qualities. And, I mean, he's the oldest player on the team. He's the most veteran, the most, tenured player. And I think, he's the New York Giants father, right? Like he has, done all of this to the point that it's a matter of like, all right, I agree with you, Joe. I'm going to trust that Jake Ferguson's going to be there, but I'm not going to worry about whether he's not or whether he's tipped up in the air and if it's picked off because, again, I've already experienced everything. Like, and I think that's where like there's some serious power in. I'm not saying the Cowboys galaxy brained us all and were toxic last year on purpose to liberate everyone. But last year was so specifically disastrous for this team that I do wonder if that, individually freed Dak Prescott, freed everybody else. Because, again, like how much worse could it possibly get? The stadium's going to fall down on us like it did on Monday Night Football last year when the Texans were in town. Like everything bad that could possibly ever happen to this team has. And so they can play without fear of tomorrow.
Going to be very interesting. Before we let you go, your thoughts on Clowney wearing number 42?
Disgusting. I mean, more disgusting than sticking your hands in someone's Captain Crunch and trying to pawn it off as if that didn't happen. I mean, it is one of the grossest things that has ever happened. I hope it's temporary. I'm not an old man yells at cloud in any kind of way, but I hate this world that we live in where people and players can wear all these stupid numbers and all these players down the roster claim the kind of cool ones. Number one is the most disproportionate number in the NFL right now. Because every dude who joins a team when it's available, he's some journeyman, he takes it, and then you have like, a badass first-round wide receiver who's got to go wear like 87 because everybody got to all the good ones first. So this is dumb. Let Clowney wear anything else. 42 is gross. Unless you're talking baseball, then it's obviously.
I got one more question for you, RJ, and I mean this in all sincerity. Why are the Cowboys a 1-point favorite or a pick 'em in this game against the Bears? Because every Cowboy fan that I look at said that this is a cakewalk. Shireen Williams said it yesterday. This is a cakewalk. This should be no problem.
I certainly do not disagree with Mother Football. I think I can't believe how much of a tizzy people are in over this. They're on the road. Like they've already eaten into the standard 3-point home field advantage. Like I feel like that's paying the Cowboys respect, and that's representative of Vegas believing that they're going to win on Sunday. And so it's very, you have to be like a baller of a team or have a strong reputation to be a favorite on the road. The Chiefs are 5-point favorites this week on the road against the Giants, something like that. So, yeah, I mean, do we think the Bears stink? Are the Cowboys looking kind of good? Yeah, but I think that 1.5 points on the road, even as an underdog, is a show of respect. It's just where the game is being played, unfortunately.
It's going to be interesting. R.J. Ochoa with a very clever Tim Spence reference. Mic drop on that. Boy. You realize, and
makes me nauseous just thinking about it.
I mean, you guys don't understand the insult there if you don't remember the Tim Spence days.
I've never seen anyone as mad at any human being as I saw Joe that particular morning.
Well, I'm just fortunate I came around the corner and saw that, RJ, or I would have eaten that hand in my said cereal. So.
R.J. Ochoa.
I don't even eat cereal who eats cereal like that in general? Even if it's just
I do.
Bloggingtheboys.com.
I do.
It was gross. Thanks for the flashback. That was wonderful. R.J., appreciate you. R.J. Ochoa on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com.
R.J. Ochoa. Now, but in all seriousness, that Vegas is pretty damn smart, and that scares me. And everybody's thinking this is going to be a cakewalk for Dallas, and maybe it will be. I just think about Vegas and what they know or don't know. It just depends. All right, when we continue here, there's a couple of weird stories that we're going to get into because it is the headline Blitz, by the way. There is a brand new Halloween costume that is very popular in Philadelphia. And an OnlyFans superstar, well, she's doing her good deed of the day.
Raising more than money?
Well, yeah, well, she's doing that on a daily basis, but now she's going to decide to raise some money. And we'll talk about that and a whole lot more when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to talk to you, though, about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. Love talking about Stevens Roofing, first and foremost because they are a great family. The folks that run Stevens Roofing are a great family. They've lived here in San Antonio and South Texas for a long, long time. They've been in business here for a long, long time, and that means that they know exactly what we all deal with when it comes to the weather and what it does to our roof. Stevens Roofing is the absolute best in the business. They know how to fix roofs in this part of the country. It's just that simple. And I tell you what, if you think that you've got a problem with your roof, if you go outside like I do and you see something that looks a little goofy and you want to get that checked out and make sure that it's nothing serious, call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. They'll send an experienced team out to check your roof out. They want to make sure that it's sealed, secure, and ready for the long haul. They want to make sure that you are protected. They're going to give you that peace of mind, saying, we need to fix this, we might need to fix that, or we don't need to do anything. Everything is A-OK. Gives you a great peace of mind. They do residential houses, obviously, but they also do commercial projects. So if you've got a commercial building you want to get checked out, Stevens Roofing and Solar can do that for you as well. Give them a call. Why don't you do it right now? 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com. San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
Stop wasting money on hard water costs. Go get yourself a Connecticut water system. It's one of the few household appliances that pays for itself. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. Connecticut water softeners are specifically designed to solve virtually any water problem you may have. Living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that costs you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform more efficiently with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today. 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
NBA Commissioner Adam Silver pledged to, quote, get to the bottom of the Kawhi Leonard endorsement case. NBA is investigating whether the LA Clippers and team owner Steve Ballmer circumvented the league's salary cap via a no-show endorsement deal between Leonard and former team sponsor Aspiration. The Houston Astros look for the sweep of the Texas Rangers tonight. You can catch that game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6:30.
SportsCenter brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And it's a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Hope you're having a great hump day, everybody, wherever you may be. We appreciate you spending some time with us on this great Wednesday afternoon. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And people are reminiscing on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, Jason, about the sweaty monkey. Do you remember the sweaty monkey?
Tim Spence.
Yes. Oh, Timmy.
Tim, a couple of things. I mean, Tim was 101. Nice guy. Difficult to work with. Understatement of the day.
Yeah, if you don't remember, Tim was the boss around here for a little bit, at least directly for us here on the radio station. But RJ brought up the Captain Crunch. We were at Cowboys training camp, and I always get Captain Crunch with crunch berries.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite.
You're the only one that ate cereal on
I
that.
like it.
On
Yes.
that. Well, we thought you were the only one, and so when we travel, we generally, like at Oxnard training camp, we get a beach house.
Yes,
and it's cheaper because you can go to the grocery store and you get food, and everybody kind of gets their own. And it wasn't even in the morning. If
no, I think it was like in the afternoon where we were contemplating where we were going to dinner because it was after our show. And so I just walk around the corner and I see old Spency with his hand deep inside my Captain Crunch.
Well, and it's one thing because he put his hand in there, pulled out a handful, and then ate the handful.
Uh-huh.
So, like sometimes when you're eating popcorn and you're not sharing it, you get too much, and so you're it's just all in your face. He's probably licking his hand. And then he goes back in for more, and Joe Reinagel's head exploded.
It did.
Oh, my God,
Yes.
the words. And I don't blame him. Don't blame them.
I think there were some F-bombs and things that were thrown around at that moment in time.
And keep in mind, he technically was the boss, but it didn't matter.
That crosses the line of boss, employee, or whatever you want to call it. You don't stick your hand in somebody else's Captain Crunch box.
No.
You don't do that.
No.
I got mad and had to throw the box away.
Yeah. Keep your hand out of Ryan Eagle's box.
So that was a memory. And so R.J. Ochoa brought that up if you missed it. But that's who old Spency was. He's no longer with us.
Well, no, he's still alive.
Well, he's still here,
okay.
yeah. But I think he retired.
Well, I mean, I think it was
from the
forced.
business, yeah.
That's a new level of petty, though.
What's that?
You threw the box away. You didn't just be like, it's yours now.
No, I threw it away. Why would I do that?
It's a new level of petty.
Well, okay.
No.
Well, let me come to your house and stick my hands in all your crap and see if you like it.
I don't like it, but I'm also not going to eat it. I also don't want it to go to waste. It's yours now.
No.
No.
You should have said. I've known Joe Runningle a long time. I've seen him mad. Not like that.
Well, it was just like, what the hell? I couldn't believe what I was seeing first and
now,
foremost.
I mean, the other part of it, too, is Spence was difficult to begin with, but sharing a house with that guy for a week, and I mean, I mean, you know, through the years, we've all shared houses, hotel rooms, all that kind of stuff. And, I mean, you can tolerate a lot of things. He was at another level.
That was at another level.
It was at another level.
You say I'm petty, Pledge. If he would have said, hey, can I have a bowl of your cereal? Or if I'd have come around the corner and seen him pouring some in a bowl, no problem. No problem at all. That would have been just fine. I said, help yourself.
But for the record, I mean, it's typical because it wasn't just cereal that he did that. Now, the cereal was the head exploding. But he did that with potato chips. He did that with it didn't matter. I mean, we're in the middle of doing our show, and, you know, we've got some pork rinds, like the individual bag Southern recipe pork rinds. Have one open. You're eating it during the break. You're in the middle of the show. He's just reaching into your bag and taking them. But what the hell are you doing, dude? You just don't do that.
No, you just don't do that.
And there were plenty of unopened bags for him to get his own.
Well, yes, of course. And it was gross. Grossed me out. I got pissed off.
Oh yeah,
and that was that. So it was all good.
Yeah. But RJ, I mean, for those of you that didn't know, I mean, that was as much of an insult as you could have. Very inside, but we'll make sure everybody's fully aware. Not that we're mad at our big boss for the bad hire, but let's do the headline blitz.
This
we survived.
is Jason and Joe's headline blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
I mean, to give you an idea, none of us would have actually done this, but we all could have, you know, run our shirts underneath a faucet, got a bad wig, and gone as sweaty. Spence for Halloween. It would have been appropriate to what they're doing in Philadelphia after that Karen chick from the baseball game several weeks ago. It's that level of love, if you will, for Mr. Spence. But you know, that woman, we all saw her take she was irate, had the Karen haircut, everything there. Now, immediately, there were all the fake Halloween costumes on social media, but those in Philadelphia have already, literally turned those into real things. They're dressing up as that chick to baseball games. It's incredible.
There's a great picture of it in the article that we saw, and there's 3 Philly fans, and they've all got dressed just like her, right? Because she had a white Phillies shirt with a red hoodie sticking out, and very short gray hair. If you remember the story. If you don't, it was a lady, the dad went over and there was, I don't know, it was a home run or a foul ball, whatever it was. The dad got the ball, took it to his son. Everybody was happy, and then here comes Philly Karen.
Mm-hmm.
And dad gave the ball back, and so now she's nothing more than a meme to Phillies fans.
Although she will be a popular Halloween costume.
Yes, she will be.
In fact, if you're not sure what you want to do, just grab a short haircut wig and go as Karen.
I don't know. Will that fly in San Antonio? Will it fly anywhere but Philadelphia?
I think you're going as a Karen, it will fly.
All right.
I mean,
you'd have to explain.
I mean, you wouldn't
yourself,
have. You certainly wouldn't want to wear a Phillies jersey, but you could just get a shirt and handwrite Karen on it, and people are going to know what you mean.
Oh.
I think the haircut kind of gives it away.
It kind of does.
It kind of does. Technology is what it is. Yeah, my kid's 27. We don't have grandkids yet. So I don't know at what age now little kids get devices, but it seems pretty early, whether it's a tablet. I don't know when you get your own phone. It doesn't matter how old you are. Even if you say you don't, we know you're lying. We all get sucked into reels, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on TikTok. No matter what, you get sucked into reels. And they're funny, but it's probably bad for you. I mean, you all of a sudden, you come out of the rabbit hole and 40 minutes have passed, right?
Yeah, at least.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
Well, apparently, a zoo in China, they have banned visitors from showing videos to a baby chimp because the chimp is obsessed with watching videos. So I guess people were going up showing it videos, and now it wants to see everybody's phone and just watch videos all day.
That's it, and it's they're worried about the chimp's mental health, which ought to be a lesson to all of us, right? It ought to be a lesson to everybody. But this chimp just wants to watch reels now, which is exactly what all of you listening and all of us sitting here do at some point in time. That's why guys spend about an hour and a half in the bathroom now. You get sucked into reels. And
sir?
And you sit there. Well, time flies when you're having fun. You know what I mean?
Hour and a half, man. Once your legs go numb, it's time to wipe and get up. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
That's awful. So if you go to a zoo in China, don't be showing the monkeys reels.
And that probably goes for a zoo here. Don't go to the San Antonio Zoo and start showing reels to the monkeys.
Well, Tim Morrow might have something to say about that. He runs the San Antonio Zoo, so
yeah.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want that either.
Now, we don't know what reels are being shown to said monkey, but I'm assuming it's nothing from OnlyFans people. But there is an OnlyFans superstar. This chick,
superstar.
She makes more than LeBron James annually. But she wants to do good.
It is my birthday in a week, and this year I wanted to do something very special for it. I want to donate 24 hours of my income on the last day of September to a charity. The charity we're donating to is called Feeding America. They provide meals to millions of families using food banks and pantries across the country. Every dollar spent helps put food on a table to someone in need. So help me in making a difference. Let's help change America by doing this. So yeah, happy birthday to me.
Well, how about that?
Watch porn, feed America.
Her name is Sophia Rain, I believe is what it is, and sounds very political right there. Feed America, everybody. Watch me and pleasure yourself and donate, and we'll be fine.
Win-win.
I guess. I'm just saying. This girl makes almost $44 million, or she made last year on OnlyFans. $44 million.
How's that toes only for the deal you were working on?
Dude, I'm telling you, I got to do something. $44 million. Unbelievable.
You'd be happy with $50 with your toes only.
That would be fine.
Joe's toes, put them in my mouth.
Can you imagine? Now, I don't know if anybody's seen this girl, and the only reason I have is I think we've done a couple of stories.
Well, she's famous.
Well,
I've never logged in or given her $1.
I've never seen her OnlyFans page, but on the article we're reading, she's scantily clad, all right, in a bikini. She got a big trunk, I'll tell you that. And I saw, if guys like that, it's. I mean, she's a very pretty girl, but I mean, she's got a lot of junk in the trunk, if you know what I mean. It's.
What do you mean, Joe?
Well, I mean, it's a big booty. That's what I mean. It's a big one, but there's
a little hole in the trunk where it can go through.
I have a feeling this might be a bigger hole than that, Pledge. I don't know, but she's a very pretty girl. So if you're into OnlyFans and you want to go see Sophia Rain,
you want to feed America.
You'll feed America. You'll be doing good. So if somebody says, why are you doing that? It's horrible. I'm feeding the homeless. What are you talking about?
She didn't specify poundage.
So
my buddy Jeff just said it. He really just say that? Yes, he did. Yep.
I have not donated, Tom Guerrero. He asked if I donated. I don't go to OnlyFans unless I start my own. I'm thinking about $44 million. Yummy.
I don't think you're going to get close to that.
Dude, 44
I don't know that you'd get 44 out of your toes only outside of sympathy donations from our listeners.
Well, that would be awesome. I'll take your sympathy.
I mean, what did you make, about $50 that time you were asking people to just Venmo you $1?
I think so, yes.
As a joke, people did.
I sent most of them back, though, to be honest with you. So,
most of them.
Hey, you know what?
Most of them.
That's what depends on who it was.
He got more requests though than he got money.
Yeah, well, that's true. You can request money from Ryan Eagle too. He's got plenty.
This just goes to show it's a great country, is it not? Where, if I'm a girl and I've got any kind of looks, a year, 2, make some money and go away.
Says the dad of 5.
Well, not my kids, yours.
Not mine.
I'm just saying. But okay, the question: $44 million. Well, your scrotum was beautiful, apparently. What? I don't remember saying that. I would have to sit down and have a conversation with one of my daughters and say, "Man, $44 million, huh?"
Yeah, but then imagine the conversation you have to have when she only makes 44.
Well, I'm a. You know how many perverts there are out there that obviously girls making $44 million. It's a great country. Very happy about it. $44 million.
Get over it.
I can't. It's hard to get over it.
It's what?
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
It sure is. This Kawhi Leonard guy.
Yeah.
That'll soften things up a little bit. I think the Clippers and Kawhi could be in deep doo-doo, honestly, and maybe even NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. We're talking about all of that when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. Sam now has a line of Tommy Bahama, 4 or 5 different shirts, and, of course, jackets, half zips, quarter zips when things change, but you can order them now. You want your logo on a nice Tommy Bahama, go see Sam. He's got all the big name brands as well. Travis Matthew, Port Authority, Nike, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Under Armour, just to name a few. You need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. And he's got all the popular cap brands as well. The Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike Cap America, in stock, waiting for your logo. Nobody has better prices. Sam is the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too big, no order too small. Call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or go by that massive showroom on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410, right there across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
When I used to fight, I used to say that the work was all in the training camp, and then fight night was like when you got to have fun. Is that how you feel about football games, or is there too much stress to have fun?
No, man, you nailed it, man. If you can't have fun playing and coaching this game, man, you are in the wrong damn business. It's exactly what you said. You work your butt off during the week. Sunday at 12 noon, man, that's why we do this, man, to go out there in front of the home fans at AT&T. And if you can't have fun doing that, like I said, man, you need to check your heart rate.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bell Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Argo Group delivers specialty insurance tailored to your business, backed by expert claims handling and global experience. As a proud local employer, Argo gave back to more than 20 San Antonio nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com. Argo, helping businesses stay in business. Argo Group offers a full line of specialty insurance products and services designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's argogroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesome, TIX.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ziprecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's one, two, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagle from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. For windows and door renovations, call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations. 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, college impact, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero college football post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG DMG pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB. You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The Fall Golf Classic The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required. Your home for the Dallas Cowboys is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Our good friend Bob Ballou from KEYE Sports is going to join us here in about 7 or 8 minutes or so, something like that. We'll talk some Texas Longhorns football. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe, he's Jason, and our good buddy Kawhi Leonard back in the news.
So many different Kawhi Leonard stories right now. And there's an incredible write-up on ESPN. And all I can imagine is anybody that worked for the Spurs organization at that time just kind of laughing and rolling their eyes. This ESPN article, Michael Wright, Ramona Shelbourne, and those that worked on it, like, I don't even know, like, how do you believe some of this stuff? You know, just such expose is the right word. Baxter Holmes wrote it today, but it goes back to some of the old reporting from Michael C. Wright back in the day. And Uncle Dennis, not painted in a good light. It's worth the read as opposed to going through reels on while you're sitting there. It is worth the read and appropriate while you're sitting there that it's about number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Look, this thing could get even stickier, though. No pun intended.
Oh, it was intended.
Pablo Torre has apparently turned his sights to Adam Silver.
Yep.
And has provided new evidence that suggests Silver wasn't necessarily telling the full truth when he addressed the Kawhi Leonard scandal. Remember, he did that last week, and he announced that they had started an investigation. So Pablo Torre now, who broke this whole thing, is now looking into Adam Silver as well. So this could get really ugly. And I thought, Jason, this is interesting. I saw a tweet here from NBA the Dunk Central. Now, I don't know if they're real, but they're quote tweeting. They're quoting an anonymous member of the Clippers, and that's always take that with a grain of salt.
Sure.
It says Kawhi is a nightmare. He's glad Kawhi's time with the team is coming to an end soon. This has been a nightmare. He is an incredibly talented player when he's healthy. But as everyone knows, he's rarely healthy, and his camp is just so difficult to deal with.
I get that, all of it. Like I said, those of us that were hearing things while this was going on kind of bears out in this ESPN article. The Pablo Torre stuff on Adam Silver, truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Do you really expect the commissioner to be completely honest in that situation before the investigation? No. But he said he had never heard of him. That you could be honest about. Pablo's calling BS on that, it sounds like, because for deals like that, they all have to get approved by the league and supposedly vetted through the league.
That's it.
Now, Adam doesn't do that himself. He's got people that does it, but for him not to know, like you sit around and, you know, I don't know, do they do a projections meeting every week, a pending meeting? What do you got working on? Now, Clippers, they're working on a jersey patch, $7.5 million. Cool, with who? Interesting, don't know about them. We checked them out. Yep, boss, we did. You don't get a jersey patch and not know who somebody is, right?
Totally agree, and you don't spend $48 million on a player, give him $7 million a year. I mean, that's got to go through channels as well. But look, if they tried to circumvent this thing, but I look at Adam Silver as the same as I do Steve Ballmer. All right, you're the head of the beast.
Yep.
And it's going to come down on you if one of your underlings did something they weren't supposed to.
Again, but do I expect that guy to know every little thing going on? No. I mean, on a much smaller scale, our big boss here in our building has an idea probably of what we're doing, but does he know, like when we're on does he know we're at the Roo Pub on Monday? Maybe, maybe not. I certainly know our CEO, who doesn't live here, he has no idea what we do on a regular basis. Or I say it that way. Not a daily basis. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Line one's for you, Minix.
Huh?
Line one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
While Minix takes that phone call, we're going to take a break and welcome in our good friend Bob Ballou from KEYE Sports. Lots happening up in Austin when it comes to the Texas Longhorns, and we're talking to Bob about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals, you need to get in and get your testosterone levels checked at Centergenics and Low T Center. They've been the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy for well over a decade. They've been changing the lives of men across the country for the better with the most medically driven, results-focused care to restore your quality of life through hormone care. Look, it's not just getting older. If you're not motivated, if you're lacking energy, you want to get off the couch and get back to doing things that you used to do, you can with testosterone. It does help. Centergenics and Low T Center, they have clinics all over the San Antonio area. And what's cool now, you can opt to get treated at home. You want to do it yourself, you can. You want to go into the clinic, you can. But you do got to get into the clinic to get that initial test. It's easy to do. Takes about 20 minutes. They have an on-site lab, so you get your results back. And if you need it, you can even start treatment that very same day. Not just for men, Centergenics and Low T Center have a long history of helping ladies find their hormonal balance. Do it now, and you could also win some really cool stuff. Book a free TRT consultation, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win tickets to major sporting events or autographed sports memorabilia, and they have winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com. TRTMVP.com.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app, use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things, like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
What's going on in the 40 acres? That's the question everybody's asking. This is a Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. Maybe we can find somebody that's got the answer to that.
Well, I don't know about that, or certainly not Bob Ballou. Bob Ballou from KEYE Television in Austin here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Playing a little therapist this week, are we?
No, I don't think so. I think it's totally fine to be critical. I don't have an issue with that. I think there's nothing wrong with watching what's happened, first 3 weeks of the season and wondering what's going on and why it's happening. I think there are a multitude of reasons, and my assumption is for the next 15 minutes or so we can get into those.
Boy, that was philosophical, Ballou. I'm going to tell you, man. That was, buddy. Well, all right. Well, let's start with this. Look, I'm stating the obvious, obviously, but Arch Manning has not looked good. What is being said there? We heard from Arch. It's mental. Sark says he needs the adversity. What is the consensus there among Longhorn fans?
I think, there's no consensus because everybody has a new theory every day. You throw out any rumor you want to throw around. It's going to start now. But I think your point to what Arch said about being mental was actually a pretty big admission on his point. And if you watch some things that he's doing, I think it's fair to say it feels like, at least, whether he'd say this or not, it feels like everything in the pocket is sped up. It's a young quarterback that is trying to get his feet under him, and his mind's just going 100 miles an hour. So on some plays, he'll look at the first receiver, and the first receiver won't have made his break in his route yet, and he'll immediately go to number 2 instead of having the patience in the pocket when that clock starts to slow down. Quarterbacks talk about that a lot. When that clock starts to slow down, the game starts to slow down. I think you see his mechanics. There are a lot of throws that are high, low, wide, and it's because he's either not getting his feet set, or he's too quick, or there are a lot of things that you can go through when you go through this stuff. I think it's also a product of what's going on in this offense right now, and I really tried to you guys have known me for a long time. I really do try to give the benefit of the doubt to a lot of different things that are going on. Arch has been bad, and I think we can start there. But I think when you're missing your 2 starting running backs and you have guys behind them that have barely taken a snap, and you have 4 offensive linemen who are basically brand new on the offensive line, and you have 3 receivers, one of them, DeAndre Moore, played last year. Well, he's hurt now. Now you've got Ryan Wingo, who's trying to step into a bigger role. That connection hasn't started happening. Obviously, the Parker Livingston connection's been okay. Then you've got a tight end in Jack Endries, who's really good, looked really good 2 weeks ago, looked really good against Ohio State too. All these new pieces, sometimes in an offense, it takes it a minute. It takes a minute to figure out, especially when you have 3 injuries to your key 3 veteran leaders on your offense. Sometimes it just takes a minute, and you're going to have to grow into it. And I've said this for weeks now. These 3 games were meant for Texas to figure out what they're good at. What is Arch Manning good at? What does he like in this offense? What does he feel comfortable with? And as they go into this 3rd game, they're going to have to figure out more of that and then go into SEC play saying, listen, we've got an elite defense. Our defense is going to keep us in most games. It's not to say they're going to keep them in all of them because defenses are defenses. But for the most part, this defense is going to be pretty good throughout the year. So what is the offense good enough at that they feel comfortable when they go to Florida that first week, when they go to OU in game 2 of SEC play? What do they feel like they can do well? And then does something start to click based off of that because Arch starts to gain confidence, this offense starts to gain confidence, and then you start to feel better about everything?
Bob Ballou.
But I don't know. I mean, it's a lot.
It is. Although, like the way they seem to struggle against UTEP, they're getting booed, and quite frankly, they deserved that. I look at Sam Houston, and this is nothing like the Sam Houston team that won a national championship 5 years ago. This game could be 50-0 at halftime. In fact, if it's not, I think they might start booing. And so when you have these get-right games and you don't get right, do they do more damage than good?
Well, I certainly don't think it's going to do more damage than good. I think they're going to have to learn from every single snap. They're going to have to feel like, and I think this Saturday, listen, Sam Houston have lost all 3 games by 17 points. They're not a good football team right now. Texas really needs to take advantage of this, but they really need to take advantage of the opportunity to get Arch Manning comfortable with what he's comfortable with what some of these receivers are comfortable with. I think every question that's out there right now, for the most part, is a fair question. But I go back to this. If you go watch, I mean, really the UTSA game last year, the Louisiana Monroe game and the Mississippi State game where Arch basically played the entire game. I mean, right now it looks like there's a different quarterback in the pocket than the one that we saw in those games. And it's wild. Like, it's really wild to watch. Like the Mississippi State game, to me, and this is why when everybody's like, oh, he was overhyped, I don't think he was. I think if you watch the tape from the Mississippi State game, you go, my gosh, like this is a special player. And then whatever happened with maybe Ohio State blitzed him a little bit in his mind, and it hasn't been right since then. Whatever it is, he tried to use a golf analogy of, I just need to start flushing my 60 degree. Sometimes you don't, and you start flushing it. I don't know that I've ever flushed a 60 degree, but I'm not a very good player. But I think all of these things, like going back and watching that Mississippi State take, I'm like, that's the player we thought it was going to be. In each of these first 3 games, there have been a couple throws that I'm like, that's it. Like that. I mean, that's who we thought he was going to be. That's who we believe he is. And then it just doesn't go that well from there. So, like this last week, outside of, he had 10 straight incompletions. Outside of that, he was 11 of 14. The one throw off that first set of the 10 incompletions was the overthrow to Ryan Wingo when he had him open in the left corner of the end zone. And that kind of started the downturn of this. And I think that's just the confidence of a young player that is like, I should have hit that throw. And then he comes back with another bad throw. Then he throws the interception. And you're like, then you start getting down on yourself. Then the fans start booing, and you hear that, and it's like it's just this snowball, and you've got to find a way out of it. I think, listen, I understand. I go back to this a lot. I understand fans pay their money. They're allowed to do whatever they want. I think Texas fans are out over their skis booing this team. I think it's just take a breath, take a step back. Like if this was Quinn in year 3 and this was happening, boo him. Fine. Totally get it. This is all these new players on offense, regardless of what your expectations were. Look at the reality of the situation and look at what's on offense right now and say, do I need to be booing these guys or do we need to just give them a couple games and figure it out? Again, by the end of this year, if it's the same thing, if it's 2 years from now and we're seeing the same thing from Sark offenses, like I get it, but I just think you give them a little bit of grace right now as they try to figure out what they're going to be good at on offense.
You know, Bob, I hear where you're coming from, and I get that. I just think that some of the throws have been so bad, and the angles, the mechanics of it have been in that way that you wonder. And I think it's just shocked everybody, to be totally honest with you, because whether it's fair or not, and I don't think that it was, and I said this on the show many times leading up to the season, this kid, he couldn't win. He's in a no-win situation. I mean, the expectations were so high. If he plays well, he's Arch Manning. If he doesn't, he gets booed. I mean, he was in a no-win situation, and I think he still is. And I don't care who you are or what your last name is, it affects you to some degree.
Absolutely. Oh, I mean, 100%. But that's my point. Like, that's why I think if you're a Texas fan, you're like, and you know, Mac Brown talked a little bit about this on our podcast. Like, don't you want to build these guys up? Like, don't you want to be like, hey, come on, like, we're behind you. Don't worry, we're behind you. We're the Texas fans. We've got your back. Like, hang in there. Like, you're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. Again, this was game 3. This wasn't game 30. Like, I think at some point you just got to go back to San Jose State. Like that 16 play sequence where they flipped the game with the turnovers and the 4 touchdowns. I mean, Arch threw some great passes in that sequence. And that was 2 games ago. And people were mad because they only won 38-7 or 10 or whatever it was. Fine. I mean, be mad, whatever. But, like, I just think the unrealistic expectations from the offseason have now kind of bled into now we're seeing who they are. They're not very good right now offensively, but we're still going to have those unrealistic expectations that they come out and score 60 every week. And if they don't, we're going to boo them. I just think that side of it's a little much. But I understand the frustrations, and I think all the questions are very fair right now. I'm not trying to look at this through burnt orange colored glasses. I'm just making the point that they probably deserve a little bit more grace than getting booed at home in winning a football game, whether how bad they looked, whatever. But I also think some of the questions about what's going on with him, what are his mechanics looking like, is it the yips, is it the offense, it's too fast? Like, I think all the questions right now are fair. It's not to say they're not going to get better, though, and I think that's a big point.
Bob Ballou, KEYE Television in Austin, also hosts a great podcast about the Longhorns called The Stampede with Mac Brown and Vince Young. I like the way Sark is handling this, and I appreciated Art saying, it's mental. He's not hiding from it. I'm curious, though, on your podcast, not that BY struggled like this in college, but he certainly had moments of adversity while in the NFL. Mac Brown, from a coach's perspective, those two on your podcast, what are they saying, and are they liking the way UT Sark is handling Arch right now?
Okay, you ready for this one?
Probably.
Let me give you a good one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
This is a good one. Texas loses to Oklahoma the year before the national championship. So they won the Rose Bowl, went 11-1 that year. Beat Michigan in that game. So that season, they played Oklahoma in Dallas. Vince went 8 for 23 for 86 yards. The next week they played Missouri at home, and Vince went 3 for 9 for 19 yards. And they had this like long talk after that where it was like, and this is, you have to understand, like, remember, he played the year before that too. In that Holiday Bowl against Washington State, he went 6 of 14 for 15 yards. Like he was bad, like really bad. And this is the guy that we all consider the greatest quarterback in the history of Texas football. That Missouri game, his junior or sophomore year, they win 28-20. They won that game as bad as he was. They didn't lose a game the rest of his time in Texas. It just took him a while to understand what it was going to be like to be in college. And if you go listen to Vince, it's literally the first thing we talk about in the Stampede this week. And he's just like, guys, give him a break. Like, let him breathe a little bit. Let him learn. It's really hard to play college football. Let him learn. Let him go through his struggles and his adversity and let him learn from it. And I thought it was interesting to go back and see, we did this after week 1, after the Ohio State thing, but like really now after what's happened these first 3 weeks, to go back and look at some people's numbers and what they were like as passers early on. And Vince probably isn't the best example just because his first year they were running him way more than they were throwing him. He didn't throw the ball a lot his first year. His second year they started to do it a little more, but not a ton. There are guys. I saw an example today. Again, you're going to pull from every go find some of the best college quarterbacks. Let's go see what they did. Well, Joe Burrow's first 3 games in 2018 weren't very good. And then they ended up going to the Fiesta Bowl that year, and obviously the next year won the national championship. But I think people are thinking, like, let's at least put some perspective on this. And I think Mac and Vince do a great job of, let's put some perspective on what Vince went through midway through his second year at Texas, and then how we tried to fix it from there, and how we got better from it. And they really did. And, obviously what Vince did from there was great. That's not to say Arch is going to do the same thing and all of a sudden is going to figure this out and it's going to be great. But I think you at least give them the leeway to try to get there. I think probably all these people pulled up some of the same stats when Garrett Gilbert was going through what he went through, and that never did get better. But you can pull from wherever you want. I just think in the end, you've at least got to let it play out a little bit before you lose your mind and start booing, the guy that probably got the biggest cheer maybe in the history of Texas football when he came in against Texas Tech. Like, people were so ready to see him at quarterback, and it's kind of like, all right, well, what we saw last year was good, this little small sample size. This year hasn't been as good. Let's let him kind of develop and see where he goes from here.
Man, I wish Quinn Ewers was back.
Stop.
I've been waiting on that. 3 weeks. I've been waiting on that for 3 weeks. I'm so glad you finally said it.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. In reality, it's just the disappointment that it isn't what we thought. We thought, we've waited in line. It's Franklin's Barbecue. We're about to get that great brisket, and then you get the plate, and it's from Rudy's, right? It's still brisket, but it ain't the same.
Rudy's is good.
Their cream corn is.
I take some Rudy's right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or if you had Rudy's or Franklin's right now, which brisket are you taking?
Franklin's, but it's fine. I'm just making the
just
point.
saying, it's the difference though. It's you were expecting one, and it's still good, but it isn't what you were thinking.
But Jason, whose fault is it for expecting it?
The fans and the media.
The hype machine.
Correct.
That is known as. Yeah.
It's not, but my point is, it's not Arch Manning's fault. It's not the offensive line's fault. It's not like Steve Sarkisian hyped him up and said he's going to be really good. He never said, when we come out against Ohio State, Arch is going to throw for 400 yards. But he said he's going to be a great player here, and that's I think that's the side of it we're waiting on. I think everybody's excited for Franklin's, but hey, maybe enjoy Rudy's while you got it. Did we talk about that last year at all? While you've got Rudy's in front of you and you're eating it, maybe just enjoy that before thinking about Franklin's. Is that did we talk about that, Joe?
No, we didn't talk about that.
No.
We did not.
No.
Hey, look, I'm Arch is going to be just fine. I really believe that. And I like what he said. It's mental. And I think it is. And I think hopefully that game slows down for him. Or I'd like to just see him go out and not think and just sling it. Just go sling it and stop thinking about it.
Final score this weekend, Bob. They got Sam Houston State.
I'm gonna try to give the defense some credit here.
Okay.
So we'll go 48-0.
What's the line?
Well, I don't know.
I think it's 41 or 42.
Texas is 0-3 against the spread this year.
Correct.
Not that I pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nobody does.
No.
Nobody does.
41.
I'll give you that.
They should have that covered by halftime.
I mean, listen, I'm not trying to defend Sam Houston here on that front, but they've played three. I mean, they played Western Kentucky, UNLV, and Hawaii, and those are half decent teams, and they lost all of them by 17. So they've at least been competitive in those three games. I think you could have expected it the first 2 weeks, but you know, what's the saying? If you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Well, this keeps happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of on you at this point, right? Like if they're 0-3 against the spread and you're worried about that, maybe it's on you now.
Mm-hmm.
You should bet on the other side.
You just said 48-0.
I told you what I think. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been wrong quite often in my career.
Trust me, we know.
I want to see what he does in the swamp. I want to see what happens in the swamp. The hell with this game.
Don't overlook Sam Houston.
I'm overlooking
Eat 'em
Sam.
up,
I want to
Cats.
see what happens in Florida because, look, Florida, they're down, but they're still an SEC football team.
And it's going to be a grind. I think what's going to be, and I know we'll get to that, I think getting C.J. Baxter and Quintravion Wisener healthy is vital. And I think that's one of the biggest things that needs to happen right now. And getting those guys healthy, getting DeAndre Moore back will be a big boost to this offense.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Bob Ballou, Stampede Podcast, KEYE Television in Austin. Always appreciate it, man.
All right, guys. Talk soon.
Thanks,
Bob Ballou on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com.
Yeah, we got some tickets to give away.
We do.
Well, you're a beer guy. I'm a beer guy.
Yeah.
We're having a beer fest.
Of course
here in
we
San
are.
Antonio.
Yes.
October 18th at Civic Park at Hemisphere. If you don't win the tickets today, you can always get them and buy them at sabeerfestival.com. So we're going to give away some Beer Fest tickets October 18th to caller number
16. 210-656-ESPN.
in honor of Peyton Manning.
656-3776. Should have gone 12 for the 12-ounce beers you'll be drinking, but it's caller 16. Maybe they'll go big beers.
They may have 24 ounce.
They might. Well, let's go 16.
We'll go 16.
Do you see the look Pledge just gave you? 16. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776.
Good luck, everybody. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I know it's Wednesday. Astros, Rangers tonight, WNBA playoffs, then football again tomorrow for Thursday night football. You want to make everything more exciting? Make sure you're playing the Pick'em game on Underdog, the best place to make your picks and win money all season. And yeah, you can play right here in Texas. It's easy to do. Look at the players, stats, go higher, go lower. Get your picks right, win money. That easy. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them. Endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It has been rough early on NFL quarterbacks, and we find out today another one will not play this weekend. That's the Jets signal caller, Justin Fields. He's not going to play due to a concussion. Could be another one announced very soon. Jaden Daniels with the Washington Commanders, doubtful due to a knee sprain. Cowboys added a veteran offensive lineman to their practice squad today, signing Wesley French, a center, to provide depth because of the injury to Cooper Beebe.
Sports Center is brought to you by Byers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. ByersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And it's a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday in this beautiful city of San Antonio, or wherever you are listening. We appreciate you spending some time with us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
Yep, glad to have you along. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate that. Tune in and subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Cowboys open locker room is going on as we speak. And interesting, I don't know, just technically maybe just a throwaway comment from Dak Prescott the other night after the game, because none of us care about kickers unless our kicker is great. And we have one, by the way. Congrats. Brandon Aubrey was the, no surprise, NFC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Absolutely.
But Prescott kind of joked that Brandon Aubrey might need walkout music, when he trots onto the field to kick a field goal, kind of like a closer in Major League Baseball. Mariano Rivera always goes with Enter Sandman. Those pitchers, closers have walkout music. All right, that doesn't happen in the NFL, but should it? Or maybe not. Brandon Aubrey said today, when asked what would your walkout song be, he said White Horse from Chris Stapleton.
I can see that.
That gets you fired up for a big kick?
Yeah, but I can see that it's special to him. I mean, it doesn't have to be rock and roll to get you fired up.
All right, so just a calming, a little calming effect.
Does it not make sense? He's a cowboy riding out on a white horse to save the day, the hero. He's coming out to be the hero, which he was in that game.
He was.
And so I think that's what he's saying.
Well, if he wants to go, he could go Foo Fighters, My Hero, if he just wants hero.
He could.
Hell,
but
he
maybe,
could go Jukebox Hero if he wants to be hero.
Here's the thing with you and Pledge. You think everybody on the planet knows every song ever produced, ever done.
No, that's not true.
And it's like, maybe Brandon Aubrey is a country music fan.
All right.
Maybe he's not a rock and roll guy.
You're a country fan. Did you know that song?
No, I'm not a big Chris Stapleton fan.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest with you.
Well, but
I have heard that song, yes.
But most walkout music is fire you up, right? Baseball players all have, generally it's, something that would get you fired up. Now, I know we've got the band Kingdom Collapse that's coming in studio here in about 25 minutes. Unbreakable, right? Brandon Aubrey's
a great song.
Unbreakable. He's not going to miss, right? Fire you up. Fire the crowd up, not Chris Stapleton.
Well, I think everybody gets fired up anyway when Brandon Aubrey comes out because you figure, the odds are pretty good he's going to make it from wherever he kicks it. So any kind of song. But, if you get into that, he's a cowboy riding on a white horse to save the day.
2 + 2.
That's what he does.
I'm just curious if AT&T Stadium is going to make it happen because his next home game, Sunday night against the Green Bay Packers. Ooh. And, Joe, I'm going to make it your responsibility to recognize the fact that they either do or do not play Chris Stapleton because, hell, I've seen that guy twice in concert. I didn't know that was the song.
Well, look, if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm making that happen. I'm making it happen. The first time the Cowboys come out to kick a field goal.
If you're Jerry Jones, you just have Chris Stapleton standing on one of those big old stripper pole looking things over there on the plaza and let him play it live.
I don't want to see Chris Stapleton on a stripper pole. All right, let's make that happen. Right? No, let's not even put that in our head. All right, Chris Stapleton on just the song will do. Just the song will do. Jerry ought to make that happen. That's a promotion, right? Come on. Brandon Aubrey walks out. There we go. Chris Stapleton. Boom.
Okay.
Then if he misses and you play that, then you look like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't miss. The pressure's on him. It's the way that it goes.
I like the idea of the walkout songs for kickers.
I just don't know because we visit with Indy Kalu on Tuesdays, and we do every Tuesday. He's not a fan of kickers.
Well, nobody likes kickers. Nobody
that's what I'm
thinks they're
saying.
real athletes
And
until
then
you need them.
And then you give them a walkout song. It's really going to irritate these players.
Well, again, it gives them something, right?
They just need to make kicks.
Well,
that's all they need to do is make kicks.
You make enough kicks, you get a walkout song. And if you miss a kick, then there'll be a different song playing for you next time.
Wah, wah, wah.
See, sound effects in a game.
Right.
You get the natural doink from time to time.
You could do that.
It's probably against the NFL rules, but if the opposing team's kicker missed, I think it'd be funny if you played that sound effect.
Yes, that would be great. Now, I don't know if that's the NFL rules or not, but I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Because it's the no fun league.
Stadium sound person ought to be able to do whatever they want.
Are you kidding? Did you hear the Kansas City Chiefs PA announcer quit this year before their home opener last week because they wanted him to dial back his third down call and some other things?
Well, that's ridiculous, and I'm glad he quit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not happy for him. Hopefully he gets another gig pretty soon. But.
I mean, because there's only so many. Well, he's a radio guy in Kansas City, so I mean, it's a side hustle. But he's been doing it 15 years, and for what they asked him to do, he said, "Oh, that crossed the line."
Well, it does cross the line, and I don't blame him. I'm glad the guy stood up for himself.
Yeah,
and from everybody else that does that for a living. You gotta have fun, man.
Well, but they wanted him to have less fun.
Well. And he told him where to stick it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Brandon Aubrey now strolling out there right now. Look at him. His arms up, his hands up, waving the crowd, going wild.
He doesn't do any of that.
Ooh, what if he rode a white horse out to where he's going to kick his field goal from?
Jerry, make that happen. As long as the horse doesn't poo on the field.
Why did I know you were going to go there?
Well, I mean, that could be bad.
They can't bring the horse out in the middle of the game.
Well, I think it'd be great. He rides out there with a white hat.
Oh, but for player intros, because special team guys never get player intros.
Well, I'm just saying.
They're always out there warming up before most of the people are in the building. But, maybe for warm-ups, he could come out on a white horse.
As we sit here today, I think any Cowboy fan would give Brandon Aubrey whatever he wants. If he wants a white horse or a Chris Stapleton song, I think Cowboy fans will be just fine with it.
Yeah, no, I don't care what I mean, sure. That's what you want, dude. Go for it.
Guy's a hero.
I like the idea. I just would have had a different song choice. But I'm a rock guy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
As I was told.
But walkout songs generally fire up the crowd.
Well, if it fires up Aubrey, that's all that matters.
Dude
hell
doesn't
with you.
need to be fired up. Look at what he's done without the music. And then, he's a kicker, so he's probably stupid-stitious. Maybe a walk-up song now would be bad because that changes everything.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. And then the crowd would really.
In fact, this was a bad
turn
idea.
on him.
Don't change a damn thing of what he does.
Wow.
All right, I'm glad we solved that in 15 minutes.
But I'm happy that Aubrey knew. He was ready for that question because he knew what Dak said.
Uh-huh.
And he was ready. He was going to get asked that question. He's probably at home going through the reels. I mean, all for 2 days with his wife. Would be a good song, honey.
Yeah, exactly.
White Horse by Chris Stapleton. You're right, darling.
Well, that's it, because if his wife liked that song and he was like, yes, dear, then that makes a lot of sense.
There you go.
Yeah, solving the world's problems. That's what we do here.
Well, let's solve another world problem.
All right.
All right. Should quarterbacks be the highest paid player on a football team? Or should it be the best player? Some famous guy suggested that. His name is Chris Sims.
Yeah.
We'll hear from him when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. Got to ask you a question, though, before we go. Have you made your tee time out at the Golf Club of Texas? If you haven't, why not? It's going to be a great weekend. The weather's starting to cool down a little bit. Highs in the 80s, maybe low 90s. Doesn't matter. The weather's fantastic. You need to get out and enjoy the Golf Club of Texas before the weather gets too cold to enjoy a good round of golf. Get on out there. If you haven't been out there in a long time, you haven't been out there. I'm telling you, the place is completely different than anything you remember it being. If you've been out there lately, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The turf, they put in new turf all over the place. Fairways, greens, all over. The Xeriscape areas they have just add beauty to it. They've got new tee markers and golf cart paths all over the golf course. It is a great place to play. And you guys know me. I love to play golf. It is a fun golf course to play, and it will challenge you a little bit. That's why I love golf courses like that. And the best part about it is when I play golf, I like to drink beer. And so, well, they got plenty of beer for you out there. Even Flight by Yingling, they've got it out there, and it's fantastic. So you get a cooler full of that. You're good to go there at the 10 Cup Bar and Grill. Maybe a burger before you leave or after your round. It's just a one-stop place to have a great day of golf, food, and beverage of your choice. Golf Club of Texas is right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether you're headed out for dinner at the Tin Cup, which you should, by the way, how about a round with your buddies or your next tournament? You need to go check them out. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That is golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, we get football again. Will Miami save their coach's job?
And the AL West coming down to the wire. How'd the Astros, Mariners, and Rangers all fare? All that and more. Don't be late. We'll get started at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, it's football season, and your furry MVP deserves a win. Hey, it's Rob, and reminding you, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma is a luxury pet care resort with over 17,000 square feet of fun, plus training, spa days, and acres to play. Book today at 210-750-1298.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
You know the Rue Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Rue Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's 1, 2, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagle from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. For windows and door renovations, call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations. 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys are in Chicago taking on the Bears at Soldier Field. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe.
Yeah, in case you missed it.
You missed.
I did.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You know, every NFL team, I would say, I don't know about every NFL team, but most of them, the quarterback's the highest paid guy on the team, right? Certainly the case with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, he's the highest paid guy in the league.
Well, he is. Is he the best player on the team?
He is not.
Who's the best player on the team?
CeeDee Lamb, now that Micah Parsons is a Packer.
All right.
And again, although, what'd you say, Pledge?
Brandon Aubrey.
Give him $61 million a year.
Yeah. I mean, although there is a difference because best player or most important player, CeeDee Lamb is the best player. Dak Prescott is the most important player. If you look at the Green Bay Packers, is Jordan Love the best player? No.
No.
But is he the most important player? On every team out there, the quarterback is the most important player. That is the one position you have to get right, which is why you see these salaries get flipped upside down. So the conversation kind of started yesterday with Chris Sims, who at one point dreamed of being that guy, that he was going to be the highest paid guy, but he was like, back in my dad's day, that wasn't always the case.
This is going to be my mission this year, to point out that the highest paid player on your football team should not be an issue. The best player on your team should be the highest paid. So I'm sick of this, just because he's a quarterback, he gets 3 times more than everybody else. It never was like that in the old days. When the Giants were playing, my dad didn't make more than Lawrence Taylor. You know why? Because he wasn't f***ing Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor was the best player. He made the most money. And you can go down the line of all the great teams of past, and that's what it was. And then somehow here in the last 15 years, agents have tricked the NFL that the quarterback is just worth more than everybody on the planet. Teams are ruining their teams over
I was just going to say, that's what I don't sinking cap allocation for teams.
Exactly right.
Like the Falcons with Kirk Cousins.
The media and agents have sold the public that the quarterback's going to be embarrassed if he has to walk in the locker room and only making $30 million a year. He's going to be embarrassed that he's making more than everybody, but just by a little. Like, are you kidding me? Like, get the hell out of here with that crap.
And to a degree, Chris Sims makes some good points.
He does.
But in the real world, I mean, Baker Mayfield at $33 million is a bargain. We all say that. But when he signed that, there were some people wondering what the Bucs were doing because he had not yet lived up to getting that kind of money. But a lot of guys at the quarterback position, and you look at agents, you can't blame the media for this. This is agents. And it actually goes back to good friend of the show, Lee Steinberg.
Yeah.
He kind of started that when he realized quarterbacks, when it became more of a passing league instead of a running league, were the most important guys in the skill set of being one of 32 people on planet Earth to be able to do that at a high level. I mean, you realize quarterbacks that we talk about suck are far better than most of the guys that played quarterback in college at a high level that could not make it in the NFL. You get paid for that skill set, and every team is searching for a quarterback. Tampa Bay has had basically everything except quarterback until Tom Brady showed up and got him a Super Bowl.
Well, that's true. And then they went out and lucked into Baker Mayfield. They got him. Sam Darnold with Minnesota last year was something, and he's not looking too shabby in Seattle so far. So there are bargains out there. But, yes, a lot of teams go through quarterbacks left and right. You talk about Chris Sims. It's such a mirror almost to Chris Sims and Arch Manning right now.
Yep.
I mean, and because you remember when Chris Sims came to Texas.
Yep.
I mean, everybody said the same thing. He's the next. He's going to be the guy. And he flopped and couldn't beat out Major Applewhite. I'm pretty sure it was Applewhite that he was up against. And Applewhite was a better quarterback, at least in college.
Well, and again, but when you think about NFL and quarterback salaries, I don't know how you reset that market. The NFL was able to do it for seemingly a short while on running backs until they realized, paying running backs are pretty important. Ask Jerry. Saquon Barkley got paid. But salary caps go up, and positions get a percentage of cap, and that's kind of how they look at it. Quarterbacks are always going to make more. I have been for years saying that quarterback salaries need to count differently against the cap or fall into a different bucket, or only, no matter what the number is, only a percentage, 14%, 15% counts against the cap, almost like you've got some tax-free annuity or something, because the salaries are getting so out of hand, I don't know what you do. Now,
well, you're cheating the salary cap. That's the whole point of a salary cap. You pay a quarterback $100 million a year, and you know, then you can still pay everybody else.
But the cap goes up. When you think about a C.J. Stroud, who this offseason can reset the quarterback market.
Well, I wouldn't go there just yet with C.J. Stroud.
I mean, but he could get $65 million a year.
I think Lamar Jackson's going to get that before he does.
It's certainly possible, but then trying to work within the salary caps, because it's kind of what you've done, but it's what you've got, and go from there. Tua in his contract. And one of the problems with the NFL right now, when you look at quarterbacks, and if you feel like you've got one, you have to pay them at the market rate. And while nobody did this offseason top Dax, there's a bunch in those same neighborhoods. And even a Josh Allen, while he didn't get 60 a year, because would you really notice $5 million, which was such a cool comment, his guaranteed money is what it is. And the length of his deal is factored in. But they're so hard to get out of. You go back to Sam Bradford at one point was so bad he changed the rules on rookie guarantees. Remember, he got $50 million coming out of college before he ever took a snap in the NFL. And then he took a snap in the NFL, and the league said, we got to fix this problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they did.
Well, look, I think they've got to fix this too, somehow, some way. And I don't know how you do it. And you have to obviously go through the union. The union's not going to be in favor of limiting positions to a certain amount of money. But I know the salary cap's going to keep going up. But you keep paying quarterbacks at a salary that we're paying them now. I don't see.
Well, it's still in reality, though, the salary cap keeps going up, and the salaries represent a percentage of the cap. So don't get caught up in the total number, 60 or 65 a year. It's still the
Sure.
It's still the percentage of cap, and that's what agents and players are looking at. But quarterbacks, before the salaries exploded to what they are now, and probably shortly after Phil began or Phil played, because it was in the 90s and the early 2000s that quarterback salaries just started doubling and tripling that of the teammates, because it's such a unique skill set.
You got to have it. But I just wanted an example. You look at what Jerry's done since he traded Micah Parsons. How many signings he's had because he had the room in the salary cap to get it done. And he's getting it done, and he's signing guys. And I just you got three players that are making the money that they're making and eating up the amount of salary cap that those three guys would have done. Some of these guys would not have gotten signed.
Not that he would answer it, but tomorrow when Stephen Jones joins us here on the Blitz, he'll be on at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Pledge, remind us, ask this question. Could anything be done from a league level about getting some of the individual salaries more in line? But to your point, you've got one quarterback making that kind of money. You could have two receivers and a running back, your skill positions together equaling that, because as Jerry loves to say, here's the pie. How are we going to divide it up? Quarterback is going to get the biggest piece of the pie, but you're only paying one of those guys. You're paying 2 or 3 or 4 edge rushers. You're paying, 6 secondary guys.
It's going to be interesting. I look at San Francisco. Brock Purdy didn't top Dak. They kept him in a range, and he agreed to it. And so we'll see where we go moving forward. It's going to be interesting, because I think teams will try now to not say, okay, well, you're next, and we got to give you this. Now, will that fly or not remains to be seen. Interesting conversation, though, and it's good to hear Chris Sims get fired up.
Absolutely.
And use profanity.
I wonder.
He's such a gentleman.
Well, he could do that on a podcast. I wonder what his dad said when he got that clip.
Yeah, he goes, what do you mean Lawrence Taylor's better than me? Ha!
Nah.
No.
He would have said that.
No, Phil knew.
Yeah.
Phil knew. We're going to change things up dramatically, and very happy to do it. Kingdom Collapse is going to join us next in studio here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
So get on over to our YouTube channel, the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, as they get ready for their show Friday night. And, of course, Friday night, plan on going to that. Everybody's going to have your plans this weekend. I'm going to guess none of you plan on going to jail, but people get arrested every day for all kinds of reasons. And if you do get arrested, or a family member, a friend of yours gets arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that is call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Bourbon and Brews is back, baby, and we're honoring the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbon every single Friday. You need to head to Twin Peaks from 5 to 7 to experience a lingerie costume party paired with exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. That's only at Twin Peaks. Cheers!
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve, to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC branded pain relievers. Aleve helps keep you moving from sunup to sundown with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
The phone. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
You know, and I'm all nervous now. We got this song playing, and the guys are here.
Yeah.
The band is here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
And the band Kingdom Collapse in studio ahead of their show Friday at Sam's Burger Joint. Aaron Smith, the bassist, who always demands a microphone.
Yes.
I don't know why. Jonathan Norris, the lead singer and writer, Gaston, David, everybody here. You're getting ready for your big show. Although you were just in Mississippi. You drove back for this interview early, huh?
Yeah. We had a show out there this last weekend and then getting ready for this one.
Wow, so you guys just drive out to Mississippi for a show and come back?
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll do like one-offs if it makes sense.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Very
For those
cool.
watching on YouTube, the back of the head you see is a kid with a camera who's standing right in front of one of the video cameras. They're
Right
up there on the
there,
wall. Yeah. I know I just met you. I already forgot your name. I'm sorry. Cadence. Yeah. Yeah.
Cadence.
Move out of the way of the camera so Aaron
So
gets
the
his face
can be seen. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know how that is.
Step on the hot dogs.
No. Yeah. Well, exactly. Why'd you guys bring hot dogs for Pledger?
They were Ubered for Pledge. Because we were stuck outside for 30 minutes here. Yeah, and that guy was stuck out there, too.
Oh, wow.
He tried to make small talk,
I'm just
but he
being
got
honest.
bored. Yeah.
So it had to be for Pledge. I mean, it has to be.
A male showing up with hot dogs is always for Pledge.
Yeah.
Hey, at least they're still warm.
It was a little random. Like you texted me and said, the receptionist isn't here. I'm out front. I'm thinking you're in the lobby. But you guys couldn't even get in the building.
Correct.
And then Uber Eats showed up with hot dogs for Pledger, and you just signed for it?
No, he waited. He waited for like 5 minutes. Yeah, we just kept
him warm.
Kept him warm. And then y'all's boss showed up.
I don't want to know how he did
black
that.
sugar hoodlums out here.
Exactly.
You guys have been busy. Y'all really have, man. Y'all been playing a lot of shows.
Yeah, we had pretty much the whole first half of the year we were out on the road, and then immediately hit the studio as of the last couple months. Been working on the new album, so Probably wrote 30, 40 songs and whittling that down to the best ones.
30, 40 songs, and obviously some new projects coming up, new music. Pressure when you know, all right, I got to get a new album out. How do you just go into a room and start cranking out 40 songs?
We've been, well, the catalog now, even up until this point, we have 30 or so out already, so it's just more business as usual. It's just the quantity, you know what I mean? Rather than like, hey, let's get a single out for this tour, or let's get another song out for this tour. It's like, okay, let's get 12 of that caliber, times 12. So, but maintain the quality,
So do you guys ever like, I don't really like that song, or I like this one better? I mean, do y'all have those discussions?
Yeah, there's songs where it's like some come together and it's just it feels natural, it feels great. Some take a little more effort, but
and I feel like why we keep growing is because we have that high standard. Because again, he's producing all this stuff. Then we'll come in here and there, us four and write, but none of us settle. And if it's gonna go to the finish line to the production phase,
right?
We don't want to waste time.
So what happened? Because, I mean, there are band stories out there, lead singer or whoever the writer is, if the band doesn't like it, screw it, we're still doing it. If Jonathan writes something and two of you guys don't like it, do you just play it because Jonathan said so? Or does Gaston screw it up every time, so you just say screw it?
That's hypothetical. It's got to suck first.
Yeah. Well, and that never happens, right?
No. And I feel we're all on the same wavelength with that because we're all going for the same thing.
Yeah. We've been on the same page, and it's pretty unanimous. It's like a song will come out. We have one we're sitting on that's probably going to be, the big single for this album, and like it was unanimous. Everyone's like, yeah, that's the one, And
obviously it feels good when you play it, and everybody feels good, you're into it, and it's there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Has that magic, extra bit of magic.
Right. Well, like Unbreakable.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and you got to figure you're going to be playing this same song for 40 years.
You got to like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to like, because, I mean, even when you have new music like your show at Sam's Burger Joint Friday night, there's probably some music that you would like to play live in front of a crowd because you haven't done it yet, but
you can't.
But you can't because everybody wants
not
to.
out yet.
They want to hear the old stuff because they like it better.
Right. Yeah. It's cool to the point now, like we don't have to. The whole set is basically just a combination of singles. It's like a greatest hits of the last 5 years, or essentially, rather than like deep cuts of songs we don't like as much, or
But see, I appreciate that because when I go see a band, I want to hear the hits.
Right.
Right. But every now and then they'll throw in something new. Do you guys ever do that at all?
Yeah, if like we have a longer set, we'll throw in some more songs that we maybe won't play every tour.
We have a fun, actually on Friday at Sam's, we have a cover we're going to play that San Antonio hasn't heard us do yet.
And it's a song that most people, I mean, if you were alive in 2005, you know this song.
Most people listening to us were alive in 2005.
Yeah, exactly.
I would hope so, yeah.
Yeah, we were in professional careers by then.
Boom.
Yeah, some of us are older than others. I mean, it's the way it goes.
It's actually, okay, so Natasha Bedingfield?
No.
Okay. The song,
dip in, no.
All right. The song's called Unwritten. It was a big pop hit in 2005. Make it like, a hard rock track. And it turned out really great. It translated well, so.
It's kind of like what you guys did with Youngblood?
Essentially, but I would say has a little more
oomph to it.
Yeah. It packs a punch.
Well, you guys, and I'm amazed because I've seen you guys play, and you go hard. I mean, you guys got to be tired when you're done with a show.
It's a workout.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Because, like, we'll, the whole first half of the day, it's like load in, sound check, all this stuff. Doors are open, blah, blah, blah. So, like, we won't, like, slow down and eat dinner till, like, after the set. And then it's, like, it's feeling like a.
And especially
animal.
a hometown show. It's, like, just.
Yeah, it's a lot of saying hi, and, everyone's. It's a party. It's like a family reunion.
It is a
but
party.
Everyone's just drinking.
It's going to be fun. Well, that's it. And then see, when you play a song that nobody knows, do you tell the crowd, like, hey, we're going to play a deep cut here. It's a good time to go to the bar or go to the bathroom?
Well, we really don't play deep cuts anymore, so.
I mean, but you can.
Stay right here.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. The band
You're not
Kingdom
going anywhere.
collapsed.
Bars closed. Bathrooms
studio.
closed. Restaurants closed.
Except for I need, if anybody's at the bar, you know.
Yes.
I mean,
as long as you're going, give me one, will you?
work it to your advantage. Now, I'm a little disappointed in Aaron, although you guys probably aren't going to be surprised by this, because we had something going on our show the other day, and you guys were on the way to Mississippi. So you got this long ride to Mississippi with not a whole lot to do.
Bumpy ride. Yep.
I don't even want to know what the hell happens on the bus while you're going to or from.
Gaston.
Yeah, you say sleep.
Sleep in checkers.
Yeah, sleep in checkers, right? So the other day, we had Brian Eagle, hook, line, and sinker. I forget what band we were talking about, but somebody in our YouTube chat threw out a song title, and he thought it was real.
I don't know song titles.
Called Down with the Quickness.
I thought they stole it from
Disturbed.
Yeah.
But
it's already out?
Yeah, well, no. It was. I mean, and so I texted Aaron and said, "Can you guys write a quick song about Joe's sex life called Down with the Quickness?" And
that was sweet.
And yeah.
See, Aaron,
now
you're
you're
nice
checking
a guy,
your messages.
See, you're too nice a guy.
Oh, you did,
and you totally blew it off.
As usual, right?
It was the bad service. It was the bad service in Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
Out in the sticks.
Yes, that's when we were hanging at the RV resort, and McGilvery, him and I sent him.
Could have easily written a 2-minute song for Joe.
It doesn't even have to be that long.
Well, I guess we can do
with
it now.
The trailer park boys. Down in a double wide somewhere.
You guys should do that. I mean, it'd be great, and in my honor. About a minute and a half.
Down
be
to
good.
quickness.
Yeah.
Well, if we're at Sam's, we'll
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, can you come up with something fun like that? Is that fun to do? Come up with stuff that you guys know would never play. But Jonathan's giving me a look.
How about that AC/DC for those about to roam?
You guys did that for us. That was, I mean, well, that was just easy. Just completely steal something. Just change it up, right?
For those about to roam.
Yeah.
Not rock.
Well, I mean, Jim Rome needed that.
Boom.
He liked it.
Let's
too.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Very cool. Now, you guys love to play San Antonio shows, right? I mean, it's just kind of a fun deal for y'all, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The last one, when was the last one?
That was Sam's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last December.
Yeah, like we did like 3 or 4 tours this year, so coming back and playing San Antonio is always fun.
And then after this one, you've got you've been riding a lot. You guys were out for seemingly a long time, back for a short time. Mississippi and back, which I don't know.
It was a favor. We did a favor for a friend.
And now this show, and then what?
It wasn't my bookie.
What's yeah?
It was a redneck wedding. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Available for private shows.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, as busy as you guys were, I mean, do you see? I mean, the shows are coming, right? I mean, you're just starting to get more and more popular, aren't you?
We've even noticed on these the last the Nothing More. We did those headliners. We see people keep coming out. You know, it's slowly growing. We're seeing more
and more
shirts
wearing our shirts, showing up from the get go. Like it's just the whole crowd is peppered with Kingdom Collapse shirts.
And by the way, hats off to you guys for saying, you know what? Let's change our logo so everybody has to buy new shirts.
Yes, exactly.
New product.
Tired of designing the old ones, and let's get the new ones. So now you know if they're old school or new school, but you guys can sell more shirts Friday night at Sam's Burger Joint.
And we came on the show today to announce we are now changing our logo again.
Are you?
Yes.
So you haven't sold one shirt with the new logo.
It's kind of like jerseys, you know?
Is that what it is? Now, speaking of jerseys and games, Brandon Aubrey, because I know Aaron was a kicker at Incarnate Word back in the day. He's a special teams guy. He's got a soft spot for kickers that nobody gives a damn about, right? Except for Brandon Aubrey, who's the best kicker in football. Dak Prescott said that he needs a walkout song. He was asked today about what his walkout song would be, and he went White Horse from Chris Stapleton, which seems a little too soft for a walkout song.
Yeah.
Well, it makes perfect sense, though.
Does it?
You remember
we
back
could swap out for those about to walk.
Or for those about to kick.
In there.
Yeah, for those about to kick.
For those about to kick.
With the Astros, remember Billy Wagner's walkout?
Wow, I don't.
I bet, Jonathan, you remember.
What was
when he would come out of the pen? It was it Metallica?
Dude, it was
Or
something.
it was either Hell's Bells or
Yeah, it was.
I think it
It
was
was.
Hell's Bells.
Bells.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mariano Rivera always had Metallica with Enter Sandman.
He was Metallica.
Yeah.
But no, Brandon Aubrey, if you are listening to your favorite sports show ever, we would love to have you
We'll come
play
up
one of our
with some.
songs.
For those about to kick,
Yeah.
you know,
Take the stems from that and put that in.
You know,
Those
split,
about to.
That sounds like a bad
split
funeral
line.
Huh?
That sounds like a bad funeral.
Well,
line.
I mean,
Those about to kick it.
You know, something about splitting uprights. I mean, you know,
the upright.
It's no offense to you guys, but I'm afraid people hate kickers as it is. And they got a walkout song and they miss a kick, they're screwed.
It's unfortunate.
And I feel like we're screwed, and they're gonna blame us.
It's the song's fault.
That's a good point.
Songs suck. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah. He was really good until then.
Yeah, until that
You
song.
know,
That's fun.
that was a good idea for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They went down with the quickness.
So Sam's Burger Joint Friday night.
Yep.
And anybody can go, right?
Yep. Anybody.
Back to play.
Except him. He has to work Friday night.
Yeah, I've got.
Well, he does.
I've got to work. I got high school football
And Frito pies.
and Frito pies.
Frito pies.
Frito pies.
I'd
So what
change
time?
my. Somebody at Nick
What
can
time?
do that.
Kickoff's at 7:30.
Now, what time are
Pregame
you guys
at
going?
7.
Those about to
Now,
kick.
is it
Yeah.
is it just you guys, or do you have bands leading up, or what?
Yeah, we have some of our friends. Sanity's Last Breath. They're a band from San Antonio. We've got a band called Westover, like a country rock blend. And then
Ravens Banquet.
Ravens Banquet.
All San Antonio
Yeah.
bass bands.
Awesome.
Yeah, and doors are 7. First band's at 7:30.
Okay.
And you guys go on at what time?
We go on at like 9:45 or something.
Yeah.
9:45.
Yep.
We'd be good and lubricated by then.
Yeah. What do you do? What are you doing Friday?
I'm coming to Sam's Burger Joint.
Oh,
Pledge? You coming?
Absolutely.
No, he's got high school
Oh,
football.
he's got to do yours.
Yeah.
Well, he actually has to work too.
Yeah, we work for a living.
Got a hot dog
That's right.
eating
Yeah.
contest.
Not sure what that is.
exactly. I mean,
Today was practice.
and it's technically your birthday show.
That's actually my birthday. We had Gaston's was last week, and then mine is
Nice.
actually on Friday.
So it's your actual birthday.
Yeah, my actual.
All right.
The big 3-4.
Nice.
34.
34.
Dude, seriously.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you still act like a sorority girl around your birthday.
Sorority girl.
Want to celebrate your birthday for the whole
I'm
month?
gonna have a sash and everything.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my
People
gosh.
pinning
yeah.
dollars on you.
Oh god.
And it's Snoop wine.
Oh yeah, I gotta have my Snoop wine. Yeah, I gotta have that.
You gonna wear a crown?
I hope.
I got a pink one for
You-
Nice.
yeah.
I believe it. I
Yeah.
unfortunately believe that.
Queendom collapse.
Yes.
Queendom.
That's the new logo, huh?
Yes, with the crown.
Yeah, right. That's going to be a fun show out of Sam's Burger Joint. Then go to the website, get tickets probably.
Yeah,
huh?
samsburgerjoint.com.
Yeah.
Best place to get your tickets. Go early, eat. Burgers are great.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
they
are
are.
fantastic.
They are.
Although, can you eat a big old burger like that before the show?
It's
or
got
is
to be
that-
like 4 hours out. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
because
you don't want to be all, just have Thanksgiving dinner and then go to, yeah.
You might.
I mean,
see
the
it again.
bases
What does
can
that
because they don't do
smell like?
anything.
Oh, I gotta move.
Yeah.
He moves.
Out of Jonathan's way. Come on.
That was good.
That's right.
That's right.
Kingdom Collapse Friday, Sam's Burger Joint. Sam'sBurgerJoint.com. Get your tickets. Great local band. Go support them.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys are climbing that ladder of success, man.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
glad
you.
Sky's the
somebody
limit.
let you in our building today, too.
That was very
Sky's
nice of
the
y'all.
limit.
We could just
Yeah.
work on that.
Dax what it says.
Dax?
Yeah.
In a full suit. You were
Full
wondering if the...
He was just staring at us like, what are y'all doing here? Get off my property, please.
Uh-huh.
He's like, why? He's like, well, I'm the owner. What do you need?
Yes.
I want to know why you have pepper spray.
Uh-huh. I mean, you've been around this neighborhood.
Kingdom Collapse. Go see him Friday night out at Sam's Burger Joint. It's going to be a fun show, without a doubt. Cowboys are going to have a fun show in Chicago. Remains to be seen. Shotty's talking about it today. Had his press conference before practice. We'll hear from the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. No urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Writing 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Ins 11/1, select models only.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today, use my code ROAM, and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ziprecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/radio. ziprecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them. Endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back, my emotions are stable, and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
NBA Commissioner Adam Silver pledged today to, quote, get to the bottom of the Kawhi Leonard endorsement case. NBA is investigating whether the LA Clippers and team owner Steve Ballmer circumvented the league's salary cap via a no-show endorsement deal between Leonard and former team sponsor Aspiration. Houston Astros look for the sweep of the Texas Rangers tonight. You can catch it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star at 6:30.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the
San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yeehaw on a hump day.
What was that?
Hump day.
Hump day.
You got to change it up a little, Minix, every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, you felt the need to go yeehaw because
Yeehaw.
you just talk rock music for 30 minutes, so you needed to
I've
country
never
up.
once heard these guys say yeehaw.
No, I figured you're more of a country guy where you're
I
trying
am.
to just, bathe yourself
Just
a little
what?
bit, if
Nah,
you will.
just kind of, because these guys are great.
They
Kingdom
are.
Collapse.
Good
They're
people.
fantastic.
But
They're great.
yeehaw?
Yeehaw. I just felt the yeehaw coming on. I needed to get that out.
Who feels a yeehaw coming on?
Everybody from time to time has to have a good yeehaw. It just makes you feel better. You got to try it, man.
Yeah, I'm
It's
good.
good for you. It's good for
I'm
you.
good.
Everybody out there, do it with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeehaw!
Try to shove it up their ass.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that
Oh,
thing.
man. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. And, boy, it was great having Kingdom Collapse in here in studio, and I'm happy for the success they're having.
Absolutely. For those watching on at YouTube, glad you were doing that, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Pledge and his lunch. So apparently Justin sent you dogs?
He did. He says he's the reason for the dog delivery.
Why would Justin send you wieners? Okay.
Well, there's all kinds of...
Appreciate it, Justin.
Yeah.
Pledge needed to eat today, apparently.
Well, I'm just wondering, Justin. I'm just curious. I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth here, but I mean, that's 2 for Pledge and nothing for Minix or I. Oh, there's 4 of them in there?
There's 4 dogs in there?
Oh.
Well,
All
that's
right,
just
Justin,
for Pledge.
My apology. Exactly.
I mean, really.
Have you seen this guy eat?
Yeah, that's an appetizer for
Holy
Pledge.
cow.
Yeah, what I find interesting is that's what I had for lunch today, too.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, dog and some jalapeno poppers.
Well, that's always good. It's always good.
I mean, there's such limited options in the area when you're coming off of 410 and Perrin-Bottle, because you got a Schlotzsky's, you got Winter Schnitzel or Subway. That's right there. Used to have Arby's in the mix, but that Arby's closed.
No, well, I don't like Arby's anyway.
Well, I don't care if you like them. I mean, beef and cheddar every now and then, and the curly fries are fantastic. But if you're in that area, if you're going down Austin Highway, there's some similar fast food options, but fairly limited.
Austin Highway's okay. I mean, you've got some. Well, or what is that? Perrin-Bottle?
Yeah, Perrin-Bottle is what we just described.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, Austin Highway. As
well, that's when
your
I
Taco Cabanas and Bells and Whataburger and Sonic.
I had to come 410 to Harry Wurzbach, and there's nothing there unless you get on Austin Highway. And
410
it's like,
Harry Wurzbach. Dude, you drove right past the barbecue station then.
Well, I did.
I mean, you could have got us all some brisket sandwiches.
I could have.
I mean, them are the rules.
Yeah. What, when you drive by there, you got to stop in?
Yes. If you go that way to work, you've got to stop and get a brisket sandwich.
No. I'd already stopped for a Schlotzsky's.
Oh, you had Schlotzsky's today?
Yeah, I did.
Did you eat there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, every now and then it's good to just pull up in a booth and chill out. I like the lady there at 281 and 1604. There's a Schlotzsky's there, and real nice old lady.
Yeah.
We're very friendly.
But not the one at Perrin-Bottle, huh?
I've eaten there before, but I don't know if I'd eat inside that place. But I'm just saying.
No, I didn't know this was the case. Case at Photog, our good friend Adam, says the Chacho's is now open at 410 and Perrin-Bottle.
Is it really?
I didn't know that.
That thing's been closed forever.
I know. It doesn't.
It doesn't look
I haven't
open.
noticed that it looks open. I know they built the new Little Caesars over there, or opened it, or remodeled, whatever. But yeah.
Well, Chacho's was always good. They used to have one there off Callahan in Fredericksburg. Yeah. So that was good. But if that's the case, I hope it is. It was always pretty solid.
I mean, you think about. I mean, Chacho's good, but typically, if you're getting food in a bag to go, I don't know that Chacho's is where I would go. And generally, my memories of Chacho's, which was over there on Callahan, Well, it was after you were out and then continued to drink and you needed some food.
Well, and it's always good. Well, I remember,
Chacho's was good for that.
But Chacho's always like the servings are huge.
Yep.
I mean, typically. So if you go there, you're going to be full or you got to share it with somebody.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, if you want to like sit down Mexican food over where we work, near Austin Highway, Thousand Oaks Cafe might have the best Mexican food in town.
I have to agree
that
with that.
Or Teca Molina.
I don't know. Thousand Oaks Cafe is probably my favorite.
Teca Molina is solid, especially.
Is that the chicken place?
No, Teca Molina is Mexican food.
Well, there's a what's the place called that serves the chicken?
Popeyes.
No, the good one with the
Pollos
chicken.
Asados.
Yes, see?
Oh.
That's a Mexican food place.
Well, it is.
Okay.
Los Norteños, but that's over off Wurzbach.
Wurzbach?
Or not, Walsham. Walsham. Walsham.
Yeah, I'm confused now, but that's a good place. You go in there and get a half a chicken, and you're good to go.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
And every time they're like, "Oh, you want to try one of our burgers?" They're great.
No,
not
at all.
I mean, they look good, but I'm here for your chicken.
Here for the chicken.
That chicken is incredible.
It really is.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, we got about 50 minutes left. It's okay. A lot of people are off already. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Over the hump. Headed into the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
All the 2 a.m. Chachos on Callahan memories are piling into our YouTube chat there on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel.
You know, and John says he's asked every week what the magic box is called, and I don't know what it's called.
You do know.
I don't.
But like we've always told people, when we're out on location, ask us or send us a direct message on social media.
Or you could do that, I guess, but I still wouldn't know what the hell it is.
Send it to me. I'll give you the info because Joe apparently doesn't know.
I don't know what it's called.
I mean, do you ever turn it on and it says VC box right there on the screen?
That, yes.
Yeah, you realize that's what it's called.
Well, that's great.
Okay.
You know, look, nobody told me that. I just knew the guy. Because you told me there's a guy that has a magic box, and I said, okay.
Exactly.
Didn't tell me the brand of it.
Well, I mean, do you care?
No.
Don't
give a damn.
No.
Don't care, but that's
dudes on my phone is TV box guy.
There you go. See? There you go.
Ricky.
It is, John, I'm just saying it is worth it, but Minix will give you the info if you need it.
Sure.
Or maybe the guy's name is, we should get a cut from that guy. We're like selling magic boxes for this guy.
I mean, you're right.
Right?
You're right.
Give us a couple of bucks, buy us a
we don't
nice flight by Yingling, something.
I want a deal.
Yes, I do, Madam Mayor.
I don't give a damn. I just try to spread good cheer. So send me a DM.
I don't.
I get nothing from the guy, but I probably refer 100 people to him.
Yes. Well, I'm one of them. And
and you didn't give me a cut of anything. You didn't say, Minix, thanks for hooking that up. Here's a 12-pack.
Why the hell would I do that? I had to pay for the damn thing. That guy ought to give you a cut.
How much money have you saved since I told you, man, you won't believe what I've got, and you waited to see how it worked for me, and then you went and got one, and now I've saved you how much money?
So let's get this straight, because you're a sales guy.
Uh-huh.
You sell somebody something. You get a commission.
You refer somebody, and you generally get a referral fee
from the salesperson.
Well, or from
not from the buyer,
from the benefactor.
No, who is the seller?
Yeah,
not the sellee.
Either way,
this man is in his feelings. I wonder why.
Wookie brings up a good point on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
If you have memories of Chachos, you didn't drink enough.
That's a good point, actually. But I do.
I mean, that's what I say. I don't know if the food at Chacho's is good or not. It's good at 2 a.m. when you've been drinking.
Well, it's good. I used to go there for dinner sometimes. I'd swing in there.
When you were over at Ken's TV?
Ken's 5, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
But you also prefer Dairy Queen tacos, so your judgment here is already in question.
Dude, I'm not going to explain my love for Dairy Queen tacos again.
Uh-huh.
They're fantastic.
Uh-huh.
And everybody that's eaten them there knows it, so it's all good. Were you gonna push something, Pledge? I don't know what
he's hesitating like C.J. Stroud. He didn't like the coverage on that one.
He didn't, and he just threw it wide right.
Mm-hmm.
Not good at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought we were going to play a shoddy, the stick it up your ass one, but I'm
trying to shove it up their ass.
Yeah, shove it. Okay, shoddy. Shoddy had had a press conference. So which was there two different ones?
Well, no, there's Jerry.
Stick it up our ass.
Oh, see, that's what I was
Shoddy.
thinking.
Try to shove it up their ass.
You got a stick and a shove.
A lot of shoving up people's asses in Dallas, huh? What's going on? Hopefully
Stay classy, Dallas.
Maybe they'll do that to the Bears this week.
That's the goal.
A little, well, Caleb, never mind.
I want me some glory hole.
I'm not sure. Not sure.
We're going to be selectively aggressive.
There might be some people that like it in Chicago. It's I don't know the answer to that. I'm just speculating at this point. Since we've gone to Shoddy to talk today, we're also going to talk some college football because Sark and Arch are trying to figure out what the hell's going on in the University of Texas. Nobody knows. We just don't know.
Oh, Sark and Arch.
That's Sark and Arch.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like a band, doesn't it? Sark and Arch.
Or a law firm.
One of the two. We're talking football.
Are we?
When we continue on the Blitz, I hope so. When we continue on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This segment is down the drain and clogs. If you need help with your plumbing, call my friends at Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. They are experts at worst-case scenarios. Problems with your plumbing, problems with your AC. Quartermoon, full service, big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. Call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Make the Break Room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The Break Room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the Break Room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the Break Room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk
risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Hey, Sarah. Heard about your car accident. You okay?
Well, let's see. My car's toast, my neck's a pretzel, and the insurance guy ghosted me faster than my ex. So, peachy.
Remind me why you haven't called Thomas J. Henry Law yet?
Calling an attorney is weird to me.
Yeah, you should totally trust insurance, who profits from underpaying you.
I'm picking up on your sarcasm.
You need to pick up the phone and dial Thomas J. Henry Law.
Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, we're facing an election here to try to get a new Spurs arena, a downtown project. I'm just seeing here, David Aldridge tweeted out the D.C. City Council, District of Columbia City Council, an 11-2 vote gives second and final approval for a $3.8 billion project, including a 65,000-seat stadium on the old RFK Stadium site by 2030, along with a massive mixed-use development of the surrounding area.
You know, it is amazing, the communities and the positivity. Now, lots of new buildings are getting built seemingly now. I mean, Denver's getting a new stadium that is 100% privately funded because Walmart's got it, endless cash.
Yes.
Kansas City, they've been in a fight to get a new stadium for the Chiefs and the Royals. So it's not all smooth sailing. But it seems like the motivation in D.C., now that their owner has changed and they've got somebody that gives a damn and the fans care, they're able to get stuff done. I don't know what's going to happen here. It feels like our current mayor, our newly elected mayor, is so against this, even though she says, I want a deal. I want a deal. Her actions say otherwise. And again, we don't get political on this show very often, but there is a clip floating around from April Ansira. She was on a podcast yesterday, and what she said about Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones, I think, was spot on. 100% agree with what April said there. And, you know, I was texting with her last night going, man, I mean, that was bold. And she was like, I'm not a no-comment person. And she has supported politicians that didn't win elections, but then worked with whoever did. And she says in there, it's amazing. You can see eye to eye with them if you're willing to work together. And April Ansira can't even get a meeting, apparently, with Gina Ortiz-Jones.
Well, I guess glad we're not the only ones.
Well, that's I mean, I've been trying forever. And again, when you think about the business leader that April Ancira is for San Antonio, yes, but April Ancira is also a part of the San Antonio Auto Dealers Association. At one point, and she still might be, the president of the Texas Auto Dealers Association. And she has some high-level position, or did, because they rotate through, with the National Auto Dealers Association. She's a badass in that industry across the country, not just here in San Antonio. And when a business leader like that is trying to get in front of you would think the mayor would be like, yeah, what are your ideas?
Well, if the mayor was interested in hearing from the business people in the city, then she would take a meeting with April Ancira. But you know what? I applaud April and business leaders like that. If you've got, it's about an 8-minute video, and it really is very good. She makes some great points and speaks her mind. I'm glad she's taken on that responsibility to be one of the leaders of this city. And I think I applaud her for doing it. And we're seeing other business leaders in this city do the same thing because they know, especially when it pertains to Project Marvel, they know this is going to be a good thing for this city. And to your point about April, even if she didn't vote for a particular politician but agree, if somebody has the best interest of this city in mind or not. In my mind, and I'll say it, I think April said the same thing. I don't think Mayor Jones has the best interest of this city in mind. I think she's looking for political, a stepping stone to something higher other than mayor of San Antonio.
And to paraphrase what April said yesterday, but I think it is something that a lot of us said during the election. Gina ran for, was it a statewide or Senate?
Twice, and lost both times.
For, was it Congress, Senate, whatever it was?
I'm not sure, yeah.
Did she want the San Antonio job?
No.
Or did she settle for it to get a win during an election cycle when low turnout was expected? And it was. How much does she want this job? And then will this be a stepping stone to something else? And she comes from that military background with her job that was really high ranking in the Air Force. And she can't run city council as the mayor the way she could as whatever her title was with the Air Force, because there in the military you respect a certain office and things are dictated a certain way. And if you are not as high ranking, it's yes, ma'am, and here's the marching orders, and you go execute said marching orders, and you don't give pushback or feedback because you don't rank high enough for that. And it feels like that she has come into city council thinking that if she says something, the other city council members would say yes, ma'am, because she's the mayor and they are city council people.
Well, honestly, and this is no disrespect to anybody, and I think even Ron Nirenberg would agree. I mean, this is you're one person. Now, you're the leader, but you still have to have everybody else agree with you. And
you're one of the votes.
Right. All the city council people have their own districts to worry about and want to do what's best for that district. So the mayor doesn't have supreme authority over everybody. And I think she thought, and this is just me, that when she came into office that everybody's going to bow down and kiss her behind and do whatever she wanted to do. And obviously she found out very quickly that wasn't the case.
Well, and again, I think about her turnover in staff in a very short amount of time is alarming.
Mm-hmm.
The frustration that you hear from city council members that have come on this show, but then when you're not getting in with business leaders, I know one individual who has a pretty high title that is funded through the city. He tried to get on her calendar, and I think she was available like next July. And he couldn't believe it, right? So it is pretty incredible, the start that she is off to. Now, I don't know the lady, so I feel bad talking negatively about her. Now, we have invited her on the show 1,000 times, or, every day for like 3 weeks leading up to that city council vote on the term sheet. A couple times we were told maybe tomorrow, but I'm seeing on our YouTube chat, on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, that she was on KSAT yesterday still pushing her sharing of revenue streams. And I do know she still does a deal on KSAT, it seems, pretty regularly, and the one on News 4 with David Chancellor on their morning show. But those are quick, short, like, you come on here, you're going to be on 15 minutes, and they're,
Well, I think that the one on News 4, I think, has been going on before her.
Yeah.
And I think Ron Nuremberg did the same thing and was on there. And I found it comical, and I'm just saying, and maybe I'm judging too harshly, but if I go to a football game, my alma mater, high school, Jay is hers.
Yep.
I don't need anybody in my face with a camera. And that seemed to be the only reason she was there.
Well,
cheering on the Jay Mustangs with a camera in her face so everybody in the city could see.
Now, Joe.
I'm just saying.
She's got a big $10,000 a month PR company that wants to show her out in the community. I get it. You're doing that. There's publicity there. I get that. Apparently she was at the UTSA game as well, or at least the first one. She's got to do stuff like that, and it is going to make the news. I don't have as big, and even the $10,000 a month PR company, if what she said is true, that's about the salary of what that person was making until she hires somebody. She needs a company. But then again, why not spend that with a local company and not a company out of D.C. when you want to be from here?
Because the goals are beyond the beautiful city of San Antonio.
And this is the first time it's not a 2-year deal, huh? The timing on that one sucked. The unintended consequences of a rule change.
Unbelievable. I wish she wouldn't campaign or still campaign and say things. She wants a revenue. That's not going to happen. I mean, it's not going to happen. Not like that. And I don't know why she's still out campaigning for that. She's not allowed legally, the way I understand it, to campaign against or tell people to vote against what's going to happen in November. I don't think an elected official can do that. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I don't believe she can stand up and say you shouldn't vote for that or whatever the case may be. So I guess she's doing it or trying some other ways.
That said, I am a little surprised, and maybe it's only the 17th of September, that we haven't heard and seen more outreach from the Spurs on trying to rally Project Marvel. And granted, I'm not in the political world. When do all those political ads start? The election is in November. Is it 6 weeks out? Is it 4 weeks out? But I thought we would be hearing and seeing a lot more public outreach from the Spurs on educating what the project is, how the money is going to be spent, where the money is coming from, because we were told that they were going to do a lot of that. And that hasn't happened yet. And if you've seen something, cool. I haven't, which means they haven't done enough because I pay attention to what's going on with Project Marvel.
Well, look, I know they had a rally, and then there was a rally against it the very next day. Look, folks, there is a lot of opposition to this out there.
There is.
So if you're for this, you can't say, well, I'm going to sit this one out. Everybody needs to go vote. If you live in Bexar County, and most people listening to this program do, you need to vote. You need to make sure there's going to be an early voting period, and then November 4th is the election day. So you can't sit this one out like we did, or some folks did with the mayor's race. Very low turnout. This has got to be, if you're for this thing, you're going to have to get out, take your friends with you, and go vote on this thing. Going to be interesting to see.
Take your friends.
Take your friends,
real
family,
ones.
Whatever. Just make sure they are like-minded like you. Or even if they're not, just go vote. These low turnouts drive me insane, to be honest with you. I don't care how you vote. Vote. Just go vote. It's the one right that we have a say in what goes on.
And if you don't vote, hard to bitch.
It really is.
But it's still mind-boggling that in 2025, voting is the way it is. I can do banking online. Our company just sold, and we're doing all these rollover things with our 401ks. I did it all online, right? But you can't vote online yet. It's crazy. You think about electronically, everything that you have is all right here on your phone. And they can't come up with a way for us to vote legally online?
I don't know. I wish they would just.
I mean, I can vote for an all-star online. I can vote for a player of game online. Right? I can.
Little different.
I can order food online. I can transfer you a ticket to a Cowboys game.
Yeah.
But we can't figure out how to vote online?
I just think everybody should go vote with a paper ballot.
Well,
how about that?
I mean, look, there are people out there not named Joe Reinagel that still like to get their paper check and go to the bank and see a teller every 2 weeks.
I don't like to do that.
No, you don't like to do that.
No.
That was a shot at David Chancellor from News 4.
Oh, does he like to do that?
He loves to do that.
Really?
There was another guy that used to do that
pisses
worked
off
here.
News 4. I'm sure it does. Like, damn, Chancellor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, paper check. Go see the tellers.
Well, maybe they're friendly people, and he likes talking to them.
I always have good candy in a bank. That's why.
Well, David's a good guy. Well, I go in the bank from time to time, and you're right.
Yeah,
they always have a bowl of candy.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to Vegas, you got to go to the bank.
Yeah.
I mean, Fred says hacking is too easy. I get it. But there's got to be ways that you can do that.
Well, I don't know. And obviously, I haven't come up with things, so... Until then, go vote. Just walk up and vote. It doesn't take long.
We don't necessarily trust the machines that we're putting, that we're going to.
It's hard
anyway.
to trust anything these days, right? I mean, it really is hard to trust anything, but I don't know. We need to figure it out and figure it out quick. And again, November 4th is going to be here before you know it. And so if you're in favor of Project Marvel, that's the first step of getting this project on board. And I'm with you, Minix. I hope there is a big push coming by the Spurs, because I have a feeling there will be a big push coming from the other side as well. The Spurs have got to match that. So get ready. It's coming up quick, man. Damn, it's already the middle of September.
Are you kidding? Spurs Media Day is the day of our golf tournament, September 29th. That's less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, that's incredible. It really is incredible. All right, it's going to be here before you know it.
I think they schedule Media Day when they know we're busy.
I think so. They say, hey, when's
the golf tournament?
Yeah.
All right, there it is.
We'll do it right then.
Yep.
And there.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know.
Shoddy.
We got Shoddy. We got Sark. We got Arch. We got Elko. Sark, Arch, and Elko. Give us a call. You've been in a traffic accident.
I was going to say call the fours, but that's Jeff Davis.
Yeah, yes. We'll talk about something. I promise. Stay with us, though. We'll be back here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I want to talk to you about my Connecticut quality water softener. I hate to sound like I'm bragging, but I kind of am. I really like this thing in my house. It has just been a game changer as far as I'm concerned. Not just for me, but for Maggie as well. It really does do what it says it does, and it's the best thing I've ever had in the house when it comes to water softeners. There's no question about it. Shower feels better. Your clothes out of the washing machine feel better. Your dishes, and all the while you're protecting all of those appliances from the very hard water that we have here in San Antonio. Look, it is the best in the business, most popular water softener on the market. They've been serving San Antonio, South Texas for over 50 years. All their products are made in America. All of that sounds great. All I know is it works, and it works better than anything else I have ever had. There's no question about it. You don't plug this thing in, so there's no drain on your electric bill or making that go higher. You don't have to worry about that. They do provide soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And for a limited time, they say a limited time, they've had this thing going on. They are very generous folks. You get a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they're going to install right there at your kitchen sink. Look, it's like having bottled water right there at your kitchen sink. And they've got them all to match what you have there at your sink. If you got your spigot, they'll match it, and it will be just like you bought them together. $400 off of your old trade-in of your old water softener, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Free money. 0% interest for 12 months. Call Connecticut of San Antonio in the Hill Country. Get this done. Stop putting it off. The numbers to call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
When I used to fight, I used to say that the work was all in the training camp, and then fight night was like when you got to have fun. Is that how you feel about football games, or is there too much stress to have fun?
No, man, you nailed it, man. If you can't have fun playing and coaching this game, man, you are in the wrong damn business. It's exactly what you said. You work your butt off during the week. Sunday at 12 noon, man, that's why we do this, man, to go out there in front of the home fans at AT&T. And if you can't have fun doing that, like I said, man, you need to check your heart rate.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, I'm looking on here. I got an email about a road closure, lane closure notice, September 19th through September 21st, and it's a 1604 project, and it is from Bandera Road to Interstate 10. So if you're headed that way, loop 1604 westbound to eastbound, turn around at Bandera Road, I guess is going to be closed. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to read it all to you.
Oh, thanks.
Just know the construction's out there.
Wait.
And before you head in that direction, you might want to check it out and see what's closed or what's open.
And that starts on Friday night?
Starts on Friday night and ends Sunday night, I guess, or
Yeah,
Sunday, whatever
our
it is.
quarter moon game of the week this week, O'Connor against Sotomayor at Ferris Stadium.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well, luckily for me, I'll be out of there before the closure.
I think you should stick around.
Why? I'm going to see Kingdom Collapse at Sam's Burger Joint. I can't be late.
What time are they closing that?
Good question, Minix.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
The NCAA Administrative Committee today, just a few minutes ago, has decided to eliminate the spring football transfer portal window, but left undecided the exact length and timing of a single fall portal window. Sources tell Yahoo Sports this from a tweet from Ross Dellinger. A decision on details of the fall window is expected within the month. Now, they did consider a proposal for a 10-day football transfer portal window in January, or a proposal made by the Football Oversight Committee. That does remain on the table, although a lot of concern over such a short window. More talks need to be had, according to Ross. But one window, and what we had heard before leading into this is, would it be late December, early January, which all the teams that are likely to be in the postseason, in the college football playoffs, they're not a fan of that.
No.
But,
why would they be?
Well, again, when is the right time?
Well, it's got to be. It has to be in the spring, and I don't know when you do it. Maybe right after the spring semester's over or ending, and then if guys don't have to go to summer school, and if we're not having spring ball anymore, I mean, you can't be right in the middle of the playoffs.
I think eliminating the spring window will bring back spring football is there. Spring games were not. But I think this would eliminate the elimination of spring football. I think spring football would be back, and coaches will tell you how important that is.
But early January is the worst time.
It really is, but the football schedule doesn't marry up with the academic calendar. And if you're leaving, you've got to be at your new school and enrolled, starting classes when it starts. And so if you're playing on a team that's going to a national championship game, that doesn't align. I mean, the reality is very few are going to be affected from those teams. People won't leave, but everybody else will have an option to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, the coaches that are now going to be recruiting the portal while getting ready for a semifinal game, that's going to suck. But it sucks for them now.
Yes. I mean, it's horrible. I don't know when the right time is. Surely there's some people that are smart enough to figure this thing out.
I mean, when is the right time, right?
Well, I don't know, but it's not the beginning of January. I know that.
May 15th? Like, look, I can play this season. I know I'm not coming back. You want to get your new team to go to spring ball, but I don't know, maybe there should be a penalty for leaving. Make it a little bit harder for these college athletes to actually transfer. Do you still want to be on this campus knowing you're not going to play on that team, but you technically can't leave until the next academic year?
Well, look, I think you got to come up with a plan, and I think these kids need to sign a contract. And the only way that contract is broken is if the coach leaves. Then I think if the head coach leaves for another job, the kids should be able to leave for another team. You sign a 2-year contract, and that ends a lot of that stuff right away. So coming in, look, we're going to pay you X, and it's for 2 years. And boom, problem solved.
Now, Ross Dellinger also tweets, the committee also adopted a move to make December a dead period and January 5th through the 31st a contact period in FBS. It also changed the date that a high school senior can receive a written offer from August 1st, the current date, to November 15th.
I don't know what the answer is. It's a mess. I mean, the whole thing's a mess. And the sooner they go to a pro football style of dealing with this, I think we're going to have this kind of nonsense.
I'm with you. There's got to be some sort of penalty. It's got to be harder. Although, you look at the quarterback from UCLA. Left Tennessee after getting paid, went to UCLA, got paid. And because his coach got fired, he could transfer today and still get all that money.
Look, exactly. And that's a problem.
But his coach got fired.
Well, then that may make it harder for schools to fire coaches. You could have a nice effect there, at least for a coach that is off to a bad start, might not get fired. I still believe these contracts should be involved somehow, some way, in my mind. And you sign with a school, you sign with Texas. Texas is going to pay you X. It's a 2-year contract. Unless Sark gets fired or leaves, you're stuck with that contract. After 2 years, you want to transfer, then you can.
College football. I mean, the games are still great.
They are.
The other stuff sucks. Now, speaking of games, the Cowboys have the Chicago Bears this Sunday. Game's on Fox. You get the Fox #1 crew, which means Tom Brady. Tom Brady is going to be in a part of the production meeting. Now, the rule is he won't be in Dallas for those, not in person, but he's allowed to Zoom in. Brian Schottenheimer today said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk to Tom. No, hey, look, everybody has everybody's playbooks. Everybody knows somebody that's been someplace. I don't have a problem with it. Some people might. But, look, I'll talk to football with anybody. I love the game, and what Tom does with his ownership position is up to Tom. But in terms of me being concerned about something I might say to Tom, getting back to Pete or getting back to them, I think Pete and I know each other pretty well.
That's a great attitude, and I love that attitude. I'm with Shotty. I just don't see the big deal. I really don't.
It is weird though, because most common fans don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a lot of the ex-players. Dan Orlovsky might be the only ex-player that's sounding like Shotty there. They all have friends. They all have tape. They all know each other, right? If they're looking for information, they know where to go find it, what rocks they need to turn over. Now, Cowboys do play the Raiders in a couple weeks in November. It's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah, it is. It sure is.
Circa Las Vegas for some of us. Weddings for others.
I'll be there.
Both. 2 places.
Yes.
But again, though, I like Shotty's attitude because that's kind of what it is. Will he be as open with Tom Brady? Maybe not.
But I agree with what he says, though. Everybody knows. If you play Philadelphia, Saquon Barkley's going to get the football, I'm pretty sure. And the tush push is going to come into play. And you got A.J. Brown on the outside. What is the fool? You either play better than the other team or you don't. So you know what? What do you know? Are they giving signals? Are they giving cadence?
To a degree, the one thing you get out of meetings, and we did meetings today for our high school game coming up on Friday. I know that there's a player that's been injured that's going to play. Nobody knows that. When you talk about trick plays, different things to look for. And if Shoddy were to give any of that to the crew, he might not do that this week with Tom Brady.
Well, I don't think he would do that anyway. I mean, why would he do that? I mean, if you got a surprise player that's on the injured list and he's going to play and you know it, why would you say that to anybody, whether it's Tom Brady or Greg Olsen or anybody?
In the production meetings, a lot of times that is discussed, and you kind of give a heads up. I get it. But I do like Shoddy's attitude there. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's pro football. You pretty much know what's going to happen.
The other thing that I found interesting with what Shoddy talked about today was, he's a big guy on communication. You hear Schottenheimer talk about communication all the time with everything. But when you got a kicker like Brandon Aubrey, what do you say to him as he's going out to kick one from 64?
Yeah, I don't talk to him too much. I talk to him usually before the game about, hey, which way would we like to kick off and things like that. As we get into some of these afternoon games, we'll be dealing with the sun, which is always a fun thing around here, you guys know. But he did just get slimed. I don't know if you guys saw that. Nickelodeon was here, so that was pretty cool that he got slimed. He's probably still in the shower. But no, I kind of let Brandon go, and what an awesome young man.
Yeah, I don't think anybody says anything to a kicker, do they?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of glad to know. As much as he talks about over-communicating so often, the one guy you don't talk to is a kicker, and he knows that. Don't talk to the kicker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're superstitious, man. You can't talk to him. What if you say something that he's like, oh, God, I can't believe you just said that to me. Dude, I can't do this now. I'm going to miss. I'm going to shank it.
Stop. Hey, real quick, are you doing a show tonight, Pledge? Before we get to extra innings with Pledge, we were talking earlier about the Spurs and campaigning for Project Marvel. Brad Mahar, who works over at the Salvation Army, just sent me a text, and it's a mailer that he got in the mail today. So he said apparently Spurs are campaigning in the mail now.
Okay.
He also got a campaign text from them today. I haven't checked my mail in days, but maybe that's in there.
Oh, and you go home and check your mail.
Which is one of the worst marketing things out there still.
Well, it really is, because
although it's a big flyer, which is better than a bunch of coupons in an envelope that goes straight in a trash can.
Perhaps.
But mailers are about the worst right now when it comes to marketing.
So does this mailer, did he send you a shot of it?
Yeah.
So does it have a lot of the information that we need on there?
What San Antonio families pay? 0.
Okay,
what
I like that.
San Antonio Spurs pay? $2.1 billion.
I like that.
Vote yes, Prop A and B.
There you go.
Find out more at howsawins.com.
Well, that's good.
And there's a bunch of other words on there that I'm not reading. Those are the headlines.
Well, they're bad words? You can't read them or what?
Oh, man.
They're too small.
Well, on this text message.
I see how it is. Too small. All right. Extra innings with Pledger is coming up next. And then we have the Rangers and Astros. What does that mean, Pledge?
Over on San Antonio.
Oh, that's
ESPN
over there.
1250, yeah.
Okay. What do we have on here?
The Cowboys crosstalk comes up at 7 o'clock, followed by Cowboys Hour.
So we got
So you're doing an hour?
An hour today.
All right.
Wow. Okay, extra innings with Pledge, a full hour. Don't forget to join Rob and AJ, the Morning Huddle, tomorrow. They get started at 6 o'clock. We have Stephen Jones on tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Keep that in mind, but we'll start the show a little earlier than that. We'll start it at 2.
Like we always do.
Like we always do. Have a great night, everybody.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6.